Good evening. I definitely wasn't late because I was ironically making a drink. Also, I see 0 dropped frames, so fingers crossed that that number stays consistent. Good evening, everybody. We're picking up from 2 weeks ago. It would have been 1 week ago, except the stream connection quality was abysmal. It was not watchable. I had to call it off. Yes, Jill was able to pay rent and will not be evicted, which is always nice. I can't remember which one of these we've read already. Glitch City's most popular pro wrestling promotion crowned a new heavyweight champion yesterday, with Giant Yusuke taking the gold from fellow Japanese wrestler Justin Liger. After previous champion, 66 American Kid, was forced to relinquish the title due to a head injury, GSF decided to hold a tournament to find a new title award holder. The match ended after an epic 30-minute bout, with Giant Yusuke applying a massive German suplex for the 3 count. During an interview with AE, Giant Yusuke told us through a translator that he's waiting for 66 American Kid to recover. I won't rest until I beat him clean. After the Great Earthquake, salvage agents are the new rage. The Great Earthquake that sank portions of the world 5 years ago also created an unexpected new profession, salvage agents. Summer Aki is one of these salvagers, and she shares her experience with the augmented eye. Seeing big cities like Tokyo and places like Caracas several kilometers below the ocean surface, that's something that gets to you, you know? Millions lived there before the Great Earthquake, and it's on me to retrieve their memories, their lives. Aki is now working to retrieve items from a research facility in the Tanegashima Island in Japan. Bora is like, and Australia? Jill's like, Australia is a bit more complicated than that. The stuff in the background. New Lilim regulations. The current regulations preventing Lilim from looking quote-unquote too human have been working well so far. But Glitch City's government is planning to create even more new laws, so as to enforce robot-like features among Lilim in a bid to reduce identify theft. Glitch City, the first nation to adopt the current standard in artificial intelligence and robotics, was the first to allow robots into normal society, quickly giving them necessary rights so as to sustain a long-term experiment about their role in human evolution. Unfortunately, the first year saw numerous reports of identity theft, resulting in the need for more stringent measures. It's unknown what kind of laws will have in the future regarding their existence. Jill comments that people look more robot-like by the day. Yes, let's have a good time at work. Good evening. Gil, are you humming Shine Spark? Ah, hey Jill. Are you okay? Are you in love, maybe? Nothing of the sort, I'm fine. Right. No, seriously, did you fuck? Men only get so happy after they fucked. That's not... Oh my god, you totally fucked. Was it Alma? Did you have 7 minutes in heaven with her? No, I didn't. In any case, congratulations. I haven't seen you this happy since, well, never. Yes, what a sentence to join in on. Welcome to Valhalla, this game is rated M. I can say fuck if I want to. That said, I do try to keep my indecent word usage low. Not because I think I'm better than that, because it makes it funnier, but because it makes it funnier when I actually do. Oh shoot, it's Streaming Chan. Today's escapades will bring us to a familiar place, and... Shit. Gil, I'm out. I'm gonna... Not so fast, flat bartender, if that's even your real name. Last time, my viewership had a weird peak while I was passed out. So I'm here to find out what made people so interested. Eh? Haha. Do I have something in my face? This guy totally fucked. No doubt about it. That gleam in his eyes is unmistakable. He just leaves. Whatever, just keep it down. Ah, Jill, you're here. Isn't that the passed out girl from 2 weeks ago? I'm not here. Oh, sorry. I'll be back in my office then. Anyway. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Oh, it's these two. You are too happy and you are too mopey. What happened? I was right. Eh? that Laura girl was head over heels for him. I was right on the money. Say, that girl. I'm not here. Sorry? Isn't she the one that passed out last time? Anyways, Betty was right and that deserves a beer. And you? I'm fine. One of these, two of these, one of these, two of these, four of these. Playing the 3 Days with the Dogs gives more context to them. I think that's like a DLC I need to get. I definitely want to. I really like this game. Here. So the girl was actually infatuated with him. You should have seen her screaming from the top of her lungs that she liked him. And him just standing there thinking. It's not paid DLC free update? Awesome! Just like that. In retrospect, it was a tad too cliched for my taste. Still, I knew she liked him. I was right, I was right. He doesn't seem particularly happy. He never is. Unlike your coworker, holy shit, did he fuck? You're making it too obvious, Gil. How? That beaming face is unmistakable, the face of a guy that got some and enjoyed every moment. Back to deal though. Like I said, he seems lost in thought. Victories like these are few and far between. Let me enjoy myself. Can I get something non-alcoholic here? That's not how you drown your sorrows, piece of scrap. I'll have a Bloom Light. These, one of these, two of these, three of these. I did that wrong. Aged on the Rocks mix. And something without Karmatrin. I am looking for the most expensive thing without Karmatrin. I am a mercenary. Sadly, most things without alcohol aren't incredibly expensive. I think this is probably the best we can do. I don't think I saw one more expensive than 200. Here. Thanks. Zane. Celebrate all you want, but I'm freaking out here. I know nothing about relationships. I have no idea what to do. Well, for starters... What do you think, Jill? Me? Her? Betty, I've seen a few of your relationships, remember? Aside from Veronica, there's Angela, Pamela, Sandra, Rita, Monica, Erica, Tina, Mary, and Jessica. Or should I say... Didn't share the bed sheets, snores like a pig, cold feet, shampoo waster, chocolate addict, too religious, fan of the wrong rugby team, teetotaler, and chews with the mouth open. What do you think, Jill? That you must be quite the heartbreaker to have so many relationships in a short period of time. I mean about piece of scrap situation. And thank you. I'm not the right person for this. Gil? He's still on fucking Cloud 9. Or is it fucking in Cloud 9? What about... sneaky sneaky? I'll be damned, she actually hides pretty well. For starters, how do you feel about her? I don't know. I don't know her that well. You could start there. Ask her out sometime, get to know her. Maybe she'll change her mind, maybe you'll change yours. In the end, you lose nothing by... What? I'm just realizing that I'm giving love advice to a Lilim. So I don't know how well it applies to you. These things are humans in all but organs nowadays anyways. Even if that's the case, it's interesting that she felt that way towards him. Why wouldn't she? This fella's a good catch if I do say so myself. And like I said, humans in all but organs. You've surely encountered Lilith that you sometimes forget are not humans. Well, we live in weird times, but hey, that only makes them more interesting. It's odd going to other cities and not seeing the same integration of Lilith, though. Well, Glitch City is pretty much the cradle of social experiments involving Lilith integration, so... Anyway, just try to get to know her. You'll find out how you feel afterwards. Yeah, I think I'll try that. It's quite the uninspired advice, if you ask me. Anything else? Let's commemorate the occasion with a piano man and a piano woman. 2 of these, 3 of these, 5 of these. These. Rock stand mixed. These, 5 of these. 3 of these, 3 of these. It's too much. Here. And now we reach a stalemate. I'd normally take the piano man, but I feel like there's a symbolic value in taking the woman. Huh. Why order like that then? She's blushing. I hate Laura. You what? She's gonna take you away from me. You're my piece of scrap, not hers. You're mine. Mine! Betty, you don't own me. Besides, I can't, for the life of me, leave you alone. I feel like the moment I let you out of my sight, you'll just... crash. That's not a laughing matter. You need somebody making sure that you aren't kicking people. That's not normal, you know? Besides, it's not like I have something with her yet. You're right. So you won't leave me? I'd worry myself sick if I left you to your own devices, honestly. We should leave now. Oh yeah. We're holding a small New Year's party tomorrow. I don't know if you want to come. Zurian, I'm not gonna repeat that. That's, That's a word that, generally speaking, even in like an R18 context, we'd rather not use. You're not wrong, but it's not a word that we should really be using. Hydrating, thank you. We're holding a small New Year's party tomorrow. I don't know if you want to come. We'll come. Are you sure? We will. Fine, we'll be here, Jill. Anyway, see you then. Bye, Bill. Please, come again. Party! I'd love to go! But I told everybody that tomorrow I'd interfere with the party myself, so... Sorry. Oh god, I think it's like 7,000 people on average have been informed that there's gonna be a party here tomorrow. I totally forgot that she was already here. Man, that was such bliss. Still, I can see how traffic spiked and things can get fun here. And just like the last time, I need to show my viewers something fun. Give me something nasty. She can have absinthe. Here. This is not what I wanted. Are you even trying, bartender? I thought that absinthe wasn't pleasant. Sip or talk, not both. And now it's time for me to be a nice person and give you something nice. It's the second time I'm here, so it's only natural you get your own copy of my theme song. No thank you. Don't be shy, let me give you one. I mean it, no thank you. For more drinks? Ah, right. Oh well. Well, too late, it's already in your player. That can't- how in the ever-living fuck did you do that? Magic. That's bullshit. Video editing magic. Did you just hack into the music player? Let's move on, shall we? Yeah, whatever. Hey, weren't there dogs? Last time you talked about this place like it was this zany haven of sorts, but I see the same shit. Seriously, no decorations or anything of the like? There's decorations all over the wall behind you, what are you on? Good question, where are the dogs? I either haven't paid enough attention to their arrival, or they haven't come. Idols, newspaper managers, talking dogs, and yet this is the same old bar like last time. I might sue you for fake advertising, you know? Now that I think about it, maybe boss just donated money to this Sierra thing. And then tricked the dog into coming here as a part-timer for gigs. Oh, well, anything interesting lately? I mean, it's not like I missed them, but they should at least show their faces. Hello? Sorry, what'd you say? I was asking if there were any news stories. This is not a newspaper, you know? Nor is it a Crazy Stories on Demand streaming service. That's a big fat lie and you know it. Shut up. But I said nothing. I meant... So shut that idea up. Yeah, that. I won't. Last time I came here, the viewership peaked for some reason, and I want to find out why. Maybe Pretty Boy over there can tell us the story of who he fucked. He's so distracted he won't even make a retort. Amazing. I guess there's something worth saying, but... Then I want to hear it. Well, Kiramiki came yesterday again. You're shitting me. You expect me to believe that she came all the way here again? Do you even have proof like the glass from last time? Well... If I may interject. You been listening, boss? The balls are pretty thin. Oh. Anyway, she did. I even took a pic with her. She did what? Let's see. Why? I tried to make an appointment with her and she's always busy. But you sit there and she just comes waltzing over? It's not fair. Hey, if I knew how the hell stuff like that happened, I'd share my secrets. I was just as baffled as you are right now. Yeah, but I bet you're not even that much of a fan anyway, are you? You're not wrong. You at least tell me how nice she was as a client. Very graceful client, much like the last time. A really nice girl. I'm gonna give you my number. If she ever comes back, you let me know, you hear? Not gonna let you keep her to yourself. I really doubt she'll come back again, though. She already came twice. I'm not taking any chances. I need something to drown this anger with. Give me something girly, will you? I'm making it big so I can get as much karma trained into her as possible. It's not much, but it adds up. Here. Let's just chill a bit. It's still not fair. You know, you're boring today. You're not chatting that much, nor are you doing anything funny. Maybe the whole peak viewership thing is just you. Eh? Maybe this bar and me both had nothing to do with the spike. Maybe you were just that good. Are you hitting on me? I'm not. In fact, I'm kinda trying to get you to leave. Pronto. Don't be so hard on the girl, she's fun. Another nuisance shows up. Blah, Joe hates me. It's not hate, it's just... Wait, I'm not having this conversation again. Boring. Hey, you are curious, right? About Fuckboy's partner. Wanna know who it was? Do you know? Maybe, maybe not. That maybe not settles it then, not taking any chances. Oh, come on. Bartender, you're making lots of faces there. It's nothing, really. Did the two bartenders break or something? Should I call the manager? Tech support? Hey Joe, inner and outer voice, remember? Fuck. What? Who fucked? Aside from that guy, I mean. Say, you're oddly calm today. Well, I've been getting more sleep lately. That way I don't feel like if I stop speaking I'll die. Crash is one hell of a drug. And wouldn't you know, I can actually make it premium time if I go commando. Huh. But come on, I'm getting bored out of my ass here. Do something. I'm not a dog. You can't just ask me to roll over, you know? Mind if I entertain you a bit then? Boss? You and Gil take a break. I'll entertain the missy here. Alright. Ah, Jill, by that I mean take Gil with you. I don't want him humming to the middle of the road and right into a truck's grill. Heh, grilled Gil. Right. Alright, Gil, come with me. I've tried Sleeping Commando a couple of times. It's not for me. Like, I feel vulnerable, it's cold, it's not for me. Want one? Ah, no thanks, I don't smoke. Alright, I got a text from Alma. Boss, Alma and Gil didn't fuck. Well, that's a bummer. She extended congratulations your way, though. Tell her I said thanks, I guess. So, who was the lucky girl? So it was a guy? I never thought you saw him that way. It wasn't a guy. So it was a girl, and you did fuck. I don't feel comfortable talking about that, you know? You don't make things easy for me, though. How so? I mean, you're pretty hard to get close to, you know? You never talk about yourself, you're talkative so long as it doesn't involve you directly. Teasing you is literally the only way I know to get through to you. You make me sound like some weird loner. You are a weird loner. At least tell me if you enjoyed the night you spent with whoever it was. I did. Good for you. Why are you humming Sunshine Stone so much, though? Well, after that idol girl came yesterday again, I looked up her discography and I can't stop humming I looked up her discography and I can't stop humming or listening to them. Right. Oh god, you didn't fuck the idol girl, did you? No, why would that be a problem though? I don't know, it would just feel weird. Well, that's that for the break. Let's go back. Right. Oh, and Gil? Huh? Keep in mind what I said about opening up more. I mean it. That way we won't tease you so often. Listening to you say that has to be the weirdest thing I've heard this year. Shut up. I wonder if Alma finds Gil attractive. I'm not sure which one. Let's get rid of this one. I am totally down to have her theme just play at random. And that's that. Back. What are you two doing back there? Fucking. Oh, so just chatting then? Holy crap, did you two really fuck? John has the face of a man who fucked to death recently. See, Gil, you're making it too obvious. How? What will you have today? I'll have a gut punch. Coming right... What? Nothing? Dorothy wants a gut punch. Is the world ending? Here? Stop looking at me like that. Sorry? Are you okay? It's weird for you to order something like that. Yeah, I'm just trying out stuff. Did you know that Lilim tongues are designed to identify food using the chemical components? Our tongues were designed with the human ones in mind. For example, the first flavors that we detect are sour and bitter, just like you guys. I checked my personal specs and apparently my sensitivity is set to 1.2235x. That means we hate those flavors because I feel them harder. Why all that exposition? I mean, I'd lie if I say I wasn't interested, but why? Well, after last time I got curious and started checking how many... after last time I got curious and started checking how many of my systems worked in detail. For example, the tips of my fingers are so sensitive to vibrations you can make a seismograph with them. Huh. And checking that, I found that it's all based on how humans work. Yeah, I think I read somewhere that, like, if the Earth was the size of a marble, you could, like, run your finger over it, and you could, like, identify individual buildings if you were trained to do so. It's, like, ludicrously sensitive. That's also how illusionists do card tricks with, like, decks of cards. Because if you train yourself, you can, like, run your thumb down, like, a stack of cards and identify exactly which card you're on. As long as you know the order beforehand. And, like, once you know that, you can, like, control the deck. It's difficult, but very doable. And that got me thinking about what you said. I mean, for my systems to work, humans had to understand how they work. And after all those discoveries, they're not any more or less artificial. Why should I be? I don't know. Looking at all that suddenly made me feel real. It was the opposite of what I felt last time. I feel like I'm here right now. Glad to hear that. Alright then, let's try something sweet now. Okay, so I could give her a lot of karma trim with the Sugar Rush. Or I could charge her $320. I mean, when I put it like that... Here. Ah, nice. To be honest, it's a bit surreal for me. What? I'm here talking to you and you're answering like any human would. You're even expressing happiness. I remember when I was a kid, I usually tried to strike conversations with AIs. But after a bit, they just start looping through their built-in answers, repeating the same things over and over. That always made me crash back into reality. When I think back to that, having such advanced AIs like you right here, like you here right now, it's amazing. I don't know, it makes my inner child happy to see something that she always dreamt of. It helps when I feel particularly cynical. You flatter me. Besides, I've always thought about humans like nature's Lilym. The method might have been different, but we too evolved from a more simple form ages ago. If Lilym managed to create biological life years from now, it will all have come full circle. So, what should I take from this? Is... you love me? Don't overdo it. Anything else? Let's go with the Sugar Rush. I mean, she's literally asking for it. How can I deny her? Here. Even in doubt, my love for these is real. How romantic. So I take it the solipsist problem got solved. Yeah. All the reality crisis started the other day. My guardian, call her mom, nobody's judging you. Mom decided to meet with the mother of her daughter's girlfriend. It was a very emotional meeting. They both said that they felt like they closed a long chapter. I was moved, but that's when it set in. Why was I moved? I never met any of them. So where do these feelings come from? Why do I feel things? Do I really feel them? What tells me somebody else isn't pressing a button to make me feel that? What tells me I'm in my body? What is real? Boom! Oh, don't worry by the way, I'm fine. Thank God, it's unnatural to see you down like that. Man, that go-go is a blast. Don't you feel like talking a bit more with Dee Dee? Dee Dee is too much of a prick and Go-Go's tired. Besides, I want to talk with the bartenders. Oh, fuck. Well, I tried. Jill, I'll be in my office. Cute little girl Lilym. Cam girl. Oh, fiddlesticks. What's your name, girl? I'm Dorothy Hayes at your service. Do you come here often? Are you hitting on me? Hey Dorothy, I'm in the middle of a live stream. Do you want to participate? Sure, sounds fun. Okay, let's take a recommendation from you. What should I drink next? Try the Sugar Rush. Bartender, a Sugar Rush over here. Bartender. Sorry, what? Sugar Rush, please. Right. I am totally willing to keep doing this. Here. Good choice, Dorothy. Yay! So, what are you doing in my turf? Streaming Chan. Yes? No, I mean, that's what she calls herself. Man, that's a tacky name. Yeah, but it's my tacky name. Actually, that's not really my name. What's your real name, then? Behind Streaming Chan's awesome mask lies the humble Nicole Chen. Humble. Why not call yourself Streaming Chan? It's funny that you mention it. You see, when I started, I called myself Nico Nico Chen. I changed websites, so the name felt a bit out of place. Thus, I became Streaming Chan. Everybody nicknamed me Streaming Chan, though, so I just went along with it. Oh yeah, I get it. At one point, I was gonna call myself Dolores Hayes. But then I realized that the name was as subtle as a brick to the face. Anyway, I'm here because the last time I came, I ended up with greater viewer numbers than usual. And so, I wanted to treat my loyal audience again. Oh, I see. Well, you came to the right place, especially if you're looking for some comfy fun. Honey here might seem harsh, but you just need a cracker shell. Shut up. See, you just need to say the right thing at the right time and she becomes a sweetheart. Quiet, you. Don't play hard to get, you know it's true. Hey, stream girl. That's me. And me. I'll regret asking this, but don't you have a sponsor? It's weird that it's been this long without some advertisement. I have, but you see, the contract with him expired, so Marvin, the business guy or whatever, had to make a new one. He was gonna send the draft to his lawyers and had a couple of additions, but, let's say he got too excited with my VR model and the contract became unreadable. Oh, so he used the contract too. Yep, he cut it into a pair of panties and rubbed it vigorously on his penis. I mean, you'd expect certain principles to be upheld, even in the adult VR industry. I reported him and he got fired, but now they're looking for a new business person thing. Honestly, I think that the paper cuts all over his stick are punishment enough. Okay, so like, I don't really necessarily, strictly speaking, understand how guys do things, but like, why would you ever use paper for that? Surely you've got something softer at hand. Like your hand. Thank you for the hydrate. But I mean, why the contract? Some guy tried to horn it and asked, do you expect anything? I mean, I can kind of understand that. It's probably got like an aperture in it. Like, maybe if there's like hornets inside, you like want to feel them crawling all over you. I don't know. I don't judge. Like that makes at least some sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking this. But I mean, why the contract? I don't mind it if he jerked off to an image of me, but the contract? That's money that you're soiling right there. I would've gone back on the deal were it not for the owner paying me a visit and apologizing profusely. Some people seriously. Ah, big paper cuts. I've done enough crazed teacher fantasies to know how they can be a problem. I don't think you need to have experience to understand that. That said, Gil's been grimacing for a full minute now. Don't like me. Huh. But you know, I like you, Dorothy. Why don't we celebrate with beers? My treat. Alright. 2 big beers, honey. I thought I was thinking it big. Clearly I messed up. I think I started out going big and then I forgot to go the rest of the way. Here you go. Cheers. Cheers. So, what do you do, Dorothy? Sex worker? Really? You wouldn't happen to have male coworkers, do you? Am I not good enough for you? Getting serious? No, sorry. Fooling around, maybe. Still, I want to spice up some premium nights, so... Do you have a card? I could send you some numbers and pics. Sure, here you go. And here's mine, just in case you change your mind. Hey, is camgirling like that a good job? Can you earn enough? More than enough. I can even afford an apartment in a high-end district of Glitch City. It can be a challenge from time to time, though. You can't just do anything and expect people to come back. You can be varied, keep it fresh. It's all worked out nicely, though. I'm one of the top streamers on my website. I even got this. It's literally like a Twitch body pillow. A pillow? Not just a pillow, a Dakimakura with the website's president on it. It's a trophy in honor of all the money I brought to the website. It's even a direct line to him. I can use it to call him for tech support on the spot. Call him, call him! Let's see. It's busy. Oh well. The only condition they stipulated for this Dakimakura is that I can't use it for premium content. Not that I would have, but, you know. Boring nights, lonely nights, everything can be a dildo if you're brave enough. That kind of stuff. Yeah, you tell me. I can show you something too, but only if you let me promote myself at the end of it all. Sure, go ahead. Ta-chan. Oh my god, she's got cat ears. Cute. I can see you're no stranger to lewd content, but does the streaming site allow it? Well, first they gave me the means to stream, but my website was different from theirs. Eventually, the demand for adult content grew, so they added lots of gates to let people get lewd. They created an age gate because of you? Yup. Nice. Is there any other streamer you feel might dethrone you? Well, MMA Junkie 24, he's seriously becoming a threat by the day. He got this dog to train with him and suddenly everybody got interested in mixed martial arts. I wish him all the best, but he's crazy if he thinks he'll take away my spot. Oh yeah, that guy. He was better when he was fatter. Not only was it all the more funny, it was also more inspiring. And I'm not exactly a fan of dogs either. Well, it's been fun, Dorothy, but I gotta go. Mind if I stick with you for a bit? Oh, by all means, let's continue the escapade then. Sure. Bye, honey. See ya, honey. Should I remind Dorothy that those ears of hers are signal jammers? Nah. I wonder if the stream looks distorted, though. We're done, boss. Man, don't you just feel great? Were we in the same place? Here, Jill. What's this? A bonus. Today I got a taste of the kind of clients you deal with, and... keep it up. Well, tomorrow's the big day, so get ready. That goes for both of you. I did not get flawless service, but... decent bonus. Happy New Year, may all your wishes come true in a new bountiful year filled with health and joy. No, she's a very good boss. December 31st. Well, let's see. Gil is in the back getting everything ready. I'll go grab some food I've ordered. They only agreed to work on New Year's if I went to pick it up myself. Are you alright? I'm scared. Gabby will show up at any minute. Relax, everything will be alright. I can assure you of that. Drink something, maybe that'll cheer you up. Maybe. I'll leave you for a bit, but keep your chin up. If you get through this, I'll give you, I don't know, a hug. Does that work? A hug. A big one. A reward for after everything's said and done. Gotta go. You can do it. Right. Everything's fine. You've been avoiding this for all these years, now it's time to face it head on. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything will be better after I talk to Gabby. Boss might even give me a hug. I'm okay. Hello? Gabby? Come in. Excuse me. Welcome to Valhalla. Hey. You talk first. No, well... Some days ago, I got a letter. And even odder than getting a letter is the fact that it was from your sister. A what? My sister sent you a letter? That's the first I've heard of it. What did it say? I don't know. I never opened it. At least, not until now. Huh? I figured I should read it with you. Yeah, let's do it. Let's read it. Alright then. Sorry. Just that? Yeah. Isn't there anything else in the letter? Maybe on the back? This is just like your sister. I spent days worried about this letter, not wanting to open it for fear of what it might contain. I lost sleep and appetite thinking about it. And after all those worries, after all those problems, after all these years not talking to her, she sends me a letter, a fucking letter of all things. And she just says, sorry? Sorry for what? For our fight? For not talking all these years? Now I'm fucking pissed. Are you laughing? Yeah, sorry, I remembered all the times my sis provoked you that way. Like that time she gave you chocolates labeled 1, 2, and 4 during Valentine's Day. And you were pissed about the lack of a 3. Or that time when you left an unopened beer bottle on the table and she sneakily opened it and took a sip. She didn't tell you she did it and you were confused all day long. She always bragged she knew me like the back of her hand. If the letter was supposed to piss me off like that, I guess she had all the rights to brag. Maybe she was being sincere, though. She did express me that she was sorry on more than one occasion. She did, huh? You told me she died from localized nanomachine rejection, right? In her heart, yeah. Instead of the massive rejection that always makes the news, her case was more focused. They usually amputate or recycle or replace the part and call it a day. But organs are different. The condition made her susceptible to transplant rejections. Not to mention, artificial hearts and genetic treatments were out of the question. Yeah. Thing is, apparently, she suffered that since she was 18 but kept it a secret from everyone. Why? Hell if I know. I was angry to learn that she had it. Why didn't she tell me? Was it to avoid worrying me? Was she ashamed? Was that it? Wait, how did she live so normally then? She had to use a serum, shots near her heart every 3 days. Apparently the serum burns like hell. The shot even left her a nasty mark where she had to apply them. So the thing near her left breast wasn't a birthmark? And the rejection was what ended up killing her? The nanomachine rejection was what ended up killing her, but they couldn't find what made her so vulnerable. Doctors said she might have missed a shot, or the shots made her other defenses grow weaker. The condition could have just gone nuts out of nowhere, or maybe it was blood pressure. Maybe it was a regular heart attack and the rejection acted afterwards. They don't know. She kept it a secret from everyone, so nobody knows. Maybe if she told me about it, I could have helped her. Maybe she'd still be alive. Maybe she wouldn't have faced it alone instead of just dying in her sleep. Thinking about what-ifs won't bring her back. I spent so much time hammering myself with what-ifs after you told me that she died. What if I waited to cool down a bit back then? What if I just swallowed my fears at that very moment? What if I'd apologized earlier? What if I'd given a chance to the Research Institute thing back then? And the amount just increased threefold after I lashed out at you the other day. But today, I realized something. Having such regrets with the dead is a hollow effort. You're alive, you're here. I can make amends with you, but I can't make amends with the dead. I can't apologize to her like I can apologize to you right now. Jill. Lenore, she's... Thank you for the hydrate. She's resting now. She's just resting after having that heart condition all these years. She didn't have to face it alone, though. She only... Is that hydrate sound from Celeste? It is the default Twitch alert sound. If it sounds like a Celeste noise, that's a coincidence. I do really like Celeste, though. She didn't have to face it alone, though. If she only... So, let's celebrate her life and achievements. If we are to mourn, let's mourn her together. If we are to honor her, we'll do it together. Together. Lenore was a fun-loving person. The best we can do right now is try to lighten up, even if it's only for a moment. I need to ask, though, did she really start to complain about chest pain? Did she really start to complain about chest pains shortly after I left? No. She didn't get visibly worse after you left or anything. Everything was actually too sudden. She did complain about chest pains from time to time, but that actually goes way back before you left. Back then, we thought it was just acid reflux or something. Gods, I even blamed her death on you. I was just too angry back then, and part of me wanted to put the blame on someone or something. And you didn't deserve that. Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry too, you know? We both have things to apologize for. Don't think too much about it. I should have been mature and not shouted at you either. So, let's just call all that water under the bridge, shall we? Are you sure? Of course I am. So, how did you find me exactly? Well, have you heard of a message board called Danger U? I have, yeah. Was she on the thread talking about the cute bartender? Well, truth is that I visit it from time to time. And the other day I read a thread that discussed the bar. And the description of the bartender sounded just like you. Are you mad? No, not mad. More like dumbfounded. Hey Jill, can you tell me what the problem was back then? What sparked that fight? Weren't you happy with my sister? Well, back then I didn't know what to do with myself after I graduated college. I went in and pretty much hated my last couple of years there. It's not far-fetched to think that I only tolerated being there because your sister was with me. Had she stopped supporting my studies, I would have quit right then and there. And then, after graduating, I got a very good job offer that she accepted on my behalf in no time. She kept saying it was the best for me in my future, but I was livid. Why did she have to do that? I hated it. I didn't even know if I wanted to go there, but she still insisted so much. Like she was forcing that burden on me. And then my became our future, and she started talking about marriage. You were gonna get married? I don't think we ever took it seriously, it was just something that she kept mentioning. Not like we didn't think about that down the line, but she mostly teased me with it. But the thought suddenly scared the shit out of me. I loved her, but I don't think I was ready for such a commitment, especially considering what she did. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I wasn't gonna let her decide such a big thing for me. I mean, she could be really pushy from time to time. Like I said, I pretty much passed college thanks to being with her, and that was partly because she was so pushy. Even if she had the best intentions, she could be abrasive from time to time. And it rained down on me at that moment. She took it upon herself to make that choice for me. What would have stopped her once we'd gotten married? What if she suddenly decided to craft my life to her needs after marriage? I knew her. She would do it, thinking it was the best for me. But what about my freedom? My say on the matter? So that's where you stopped loving Lenore? No. I never stopped loving her, which is why it hurts so much. But you have to understand, I didn't want to wake up 40 years old and working a job that I hate. Just out of routine, getting used to it. I wanted a break from everything for a while to put my thoughts in order. Regroup myself, think carefully about what to do next. I can understand. I've sometimes felt the same, although I'm not even in college. So that's what led to you two fighting, huh? You know, the word fight makes it sound like we exchanged blows or something. It's all silly when I think back to it. Tragically silly. Maybe I was the one who started the fight, getting all defensive about not wanting to take the offer. Perhaps if I didn't overreact to her arguments about wasting this huge opportunity, maybe she wouldn't have lashed out at me this bad. It could have been avoided if I just kept a cool head and talked about that with her. My sister said something like that. I told you that she mentioned on more than one occasion how sorry she was about the whole thing, right? Should have listened to her to the end, but instead I kept pushing her. I should have kept a cool head instead of letting my jealousy take the best of me. It was her offer, not mine. Should have stopped projecting myself so much onto her. Something like that. Lenore. We are quite the hotheads. You, me, my sis. You were supposed to be the mature one, you know? Play your role correctly. But why didn't you come back, Jill? Did you end up hating us that much? Did the break include us too? No, it's just that... Remember when your sis was giving a class and you broke a window? How you didn't want to see her for fear of being scolded? But my sister wouldn't have scolded you. But I was afraid. Dead afraid. I couldn't bring myself to face your sister. But I faced her back then and I was like 7 at the time. Why couldn't you do it? It's not quite the same. And in perspective, no matter what reason I came up with, it will never make sense. Everything sounds very stupid when I look back, you know? Not that it makes things easier. I won't ever get to speak to her ever again, and it feels bad because it's stupid. I swear, you and my sis were meant for each other. You both moved on after all that, but neither had the courage to go back and say you're sorry. And like I said, berating myself over those past mistakes won't bring her back. I miss her so much, though. We were together all the time, always talking about dumb stuff. I wouldn't call my parents useless, but she was the one I could always talk to. I feel her absence every day. Everything is just so quiet now. She was an amazing person. Yeah, she was an amazing person. Mourning is fine and all, but we should be celebrating her life. If she was here, she would tell us that there's no fun in sulking for so long. She told you that all the time. The same way she told you to stop rubbing things in people's faces. Both figuratively and literally. Hey, I was 8 back then. So, let's have a toast in her honor, shall we? A toast? Yeah, let me get you a drink. A drink? Don't worry, trust me. Something sweet. Should I make 2 of these because we're toasting? Oh, I can't. Okay. Grab this for a sec. Okay. Ahem. Lenore, I know you're watching from the beyond right now, as I give a drink to your little sister. It's obvious to me now that we both meant to make amends at some point, but we never got around to it. I can't apologize to you anymore, but I can at the very least make you rest easier. So know that I'll look out for Gabby in your absence. I'll make sure that Gabby grows into a fine woman just like you were. I'll always be there for her. I'll be sure the little brat doesn't face the same problem that you and I had. Hey, wanna add anything? I'll always miss her. Don't say it to me, say it to her. That's a bit... Come on, just this once. I'll always miss you, sis. Sis. Sis, you idiot. Why did you keep that secret for so long? Idiot, idiot. I always told you everything. Wasn't I enough? You idiotic idiot. Ugh. Hey, Jill, promise me you won't be like that knucklehead, that you won't keep stuff like that to yourself. Only if you promise the same to me. And promise me that we won't fight. I can't do that. Eh? You and I are both too thick-headed. Sooner or later we'll clash on some opinion. But what I can promise is that I won't run away like last time. We'll both cool off and talk it over like the adults that we are. I'm not an adult. Let's face it, you've been more mature than I have. Hey, did you mean what you said? That you'll look after me? I'll always be here for you, Gabby. I mean, I'm not Lenore, but... I wouldn't dare leave my little sister alone. Jill... Hey, wasn't this a toast? Right. For Lenore, faithful sister and girlfriend. Cheers. Cheers. So... About this drink. Can I drink it? Do you like it? Take a sip. It's not bad. Why not drink it then? You're with an adult. We might as well break the alcohol taboo here and now. Right. Now that I think back to it, didn't your sister give you beer once as a prank? Oh yeah, that. It was April Fool's. I should have known better when she offered me apple soda. I put bubblegum on the soles of all of her shoes in retaliation. She walked funny, and my jaw hurt for the rest of the day. Yeah, but did you know you got my drink that time? Huh? She gave me a beer and it turned out to be apple soda. Oh. Did you get back at her? Well, I did hide all the dildos in the house that night, only to find out that she knew how to use a cucumber. And as a follow-up, she used that same cucumber in a salad days later. She said, "So, do you like eating me for lunch?" Jill? I'll tell you when you're older. Or never at all. Hey Gabby, do your parents know that you're here? They think that I'm at Clary's, actually. Who? Oh, she's my best friend at school. And as Clary knows that you're using her as an excuse, right? Of course, how would she cover for me otherwise? True. Will you go to her house afterwards? To be honest, I didn't think that far. Maybe I will. I do live in another district, but Clary doesn't live close by, so... Well, it can't be helped. I live nearby and the streets aren't exactly safe at night. Why not stay with me tonight? Are you sure? I don't live in a mansion, but I'd say it's comfy enough. At least to spend the night. Sure, I'd love to stay with you. Great. Hey, does your dad still have that bakery? His bread was really good. Yep, he opened a second branch last year. So he's looking to expand? I think he got into a partnership with a friend in Motor District. The guy saw an opportunity after realizing that Motor District has almost no bakeries. I still remember when your sister introduced me to him. He started shouting, "I knew it! I fucking knew you were a lesbian! Mark 1 for daddy!" I think he had this bet with an acquaintance of his ever since my sis was 12 years old or so. Dad said sis was into girls. The acquaintance didn't believe him. He bet a beer on whether he was right or not. That beer bottle is still in the fridge. It's even labeled Sweet Victory. Your mom and Lenore never made up, did they? I guess that one wasn't as simple as the said one too many things argument. Mom was always obsessed with high society, and in her circle of friends, a lesbian daughter was a no-no. I still on my sister's side for that one, though. Mom didn't reject her because she herself was homophobic, she did because her friends were. To Mom, the opinion of her circle of friends was worth more than her own daughter. How did she react to her death? Dunno, Mom and Dad broke up 2 years ago. They did? They never got married, so there was no proper divorce. I haven't seen her since August, I think. Did you two fight too? No, she just hasn't showed up. You must have felt alone, huh? I've been there. A bit, but I'm not alone anymore. Nice to see you. Thank you for the hydrate. Jill, I'm a bit dizzy. Must be the alcohol. The what? I did say let's break the alcohol taboo, didn't I? Yeah, but don't worry, it'll pass in a bit. And let this be a warning of the dangers of taking things from strangers in bars. First you feel dizzy, then you wake up in a bathtub full of ice. If you're trying to justify your action with a moral, you're digging yourself deeper. Huh? I thought there was gonna be a party here. Alma, over here. Party? A small New Year's celebration. Wanna stay for it? I don't want a kid to burden. Don't worry, you won't. You'll only get cola for the night, though. No alcohol. I think it's a bit late for that. Ahem. It'll give us time to catch up even more. I can introduce you to some friends. Are you in? If you don't mind me. Great. Hey Alma, come here. There's somebody I want to introduce to you. Oh, is that the end of the game? Oh. Yeah, that was very good. Yeah, life moves on, I guess. Yeah, I did not expect it to end there. Some scenes after credits, I figured. I also still need to do the dog episode. I truly did not expect it to end like that. No, very, very good game. I've truly enjoyed every single moment that I spent playing this game. Like, I'm not done, but like, I kind of like to give my thoughts during the credits. freesound.org. I might check them out for stream stuff. Picture scenes at the end of the character endings I managed to get. We'll see how many I got. Yeah, that'll probably be after the break. Technically, break should have already happened, but I don't want to disrespect the people who worked on this game by not showing the credits. No, this game has been extremely entertaining. Oh, button's a global pause. Fair enough. I'm down to the special thanks, so it's probably close to the bottom. Oh, they're thanking me right there. Mom, Dad, family, and friends, thank you for all the support. This is for you. Meeting Game Maker. Prologue and Renpai. Yeah, you don't need all kinds of crazy technology to make good games. Something that I'd like to start doing, and I don't know if I'll be able to like meaningfully commit a lot of time to it unless I get the better job that I'm interviewing for later this week. But something that I'd really like to do is like make my own games. Did I have fun? Yes, I did. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, something I'd like to do is make my own games on stream. It would be like outside of like my scheduled segments. Yep, I also got to meet a cat boomer. Why did your boss hug you though? Oh, they're not talking to me. She's that kind of person. Now, let's sleep. You were dozing off back there. You're right. Good night, Jill. Oh, there's probably the two of them talking in her apartment that night. Now, very, very nice game. We'll play some more tomorrow. Good night. Now, I can't think of a single character, except for maybe Donovan, that I did not love. But yeah. Yeah, Donovan was like an asshole, but he was like designed to be an asshole. So it kind of like makes sense. That said, um, the restrictions of the platform that I'm on call. And as I say that, a bot shows up and tries to advertise. We're gonna have a 5-minute break so ads can run. Oh, shoot. We're gonna have a 5-minute break so that ads can run. I'll see you in approximately that long. I returned. Friday, January the 15th. So yeah, the guy had a fantasy about a woman castrating him. What a note to come back to. I tried for an hour to convince him it's a bad idea, and I finally got to him. We finally moved to the bedroom, and it turns out the guy has a weird implant where his testicles should be. It's basically a removable ball sack. I suppose the guy really liked that fantasy and made sure he could live it out properly. I once saw a guy at the hospital in the emergency room after having been castrated to fulfill a fantasy. I wonder if it's the same guy. I have enough problems with just one, you know? Just the one what? With just listening to one of your anecdotes. You told me about the Neotigena thing, and now this. Don't you have a more subdued story? Come on, Joe, you're an adult. You can take that much. Shut up. Well, last time I spoke with my mom, I asked her the story of her daughter. Turns out her name was Anna. Huh. And now you pretend it's a surprise? Why, you? She fought against nanomachine rejection for most of her life. She even lost a girlfriend she made in the hospital to that same sickness. Apparently, sometime after she got out of treatment, a truck hit her and killed her. But even then, she was amazing. She was? Eh? Yeah, she kept up her studies while still in the hospital. She was a self-taught honor student. Not only that, but she also ranked among the top 5 candidates in at least 3 college admission exams. She also played the piano and guitar. Well, being confined to a room does that, I guess. I mean, fully able-bodied people can barely do half of that. But she practically accomplished all of that by herself. And she also beat nanomachine rejection, a disease that only 2% of humans suffer and even less survive. It took a trucking truck to take her down. She was great. And to think that I'm sort of like her sister. Heh, silly Becky. Honey, did you say something? Huh? I did not. Weird. I swear I heard somebody call me Silly Becky. Come again? It's not uncommon for me to hear stuff from far away and think that I've heard it nearby, but... You're the only one nearby that knows my real name, so it was weird. Oh well, as I was saying, the ball sack guy. August 27th, much farther down the line. I guess this is where we part ways, huh? Sadly, I'm bound to the city. I can only falsify my identity effectively around here. I really want to thank you, Chief, for the second chance you gave me. If we ever cross paths again, Gil, we're leaving for like a week and a half or something. Don't be so dramatic. But and you're taking care of my apartment. We will cross paths because I live there. The time you spent setting up a useless farewell could be used asking me things about the place. Like where the switches and valves are. But I already know, they're in that control panel you made. But I like talking about that control panel. I'm proud of it. Speaking of obsessive likes, Jill, stop calling Armitage. She'll take care of your 4-ball just fine. I'm not worried about him, I'm worried about me. I've never been away from 4 this long. I don't know what I'll do. You'll do just fine. You did pretty well for at least 25 years before finding him. Yes, but... we're leaving. Oh yeah, before I forget. I left you a box of condoms on the first drawer of the desk, Gil. You what? You what? Hey, if he wants to bring his new girlfriend or whatever here, I want him to be ready. Oh, but just one condition. If you're gonna fuck like rabbits, stay away from my room. I have one too many pics of my Imoto there, and I don't want their eyes soiled. Imoku? Little sister. And just say little sister. Yeah, whatever. First stop, Panama. I can now save heart data. You'll let me start over from day 1 while keeping my items and money. Interesting. Oh, and now the sister's next to me. I see this thing up here. What's it do? Prologue and Anna. Good evening. Well, at least one of my employees showed up. Huh? What about Gil? He mumbled something about holes and pests and asked for a couple of days off. Business as usual then. Not quite. How so? I mean us, not Gil. Business will be a tad different through the weekend. We got booked. That's a new one. Who made the booking? The Safar Toy Company. They make toys for dogs. It's their anniversary or something like that. We usually don't reserve the bar. Why do it this time? The clients are adorable. Excuse me? You'll see. Anything special I should know? They'll give you a ticket to trade in for any drink they want. Just do your usual thing. Fair enough? I'll view my office. Call if you need me. Sure. Well then. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Excuse me, I'll have a Grizzly Temple. Lord Pumplerump. Hello? A dog. A talking dog. Are you at the Safar Toy Company? Yeah, did I arrive too early? No. The clients are adorable, son of a bitch. A Grizzly Temple, right? Coming right up. Here you go. Thanks. This is gonna be a long weekend, isn't it? Ariel Wienerton. Hey, is the Bronson extract here produced using organic roots? I don't know that information. I can't take it seriously. Anyone I can talk to about that? Here, right now? No. But you should have that information on hand. Every BTC certified bar is no different from a fast food chain. We get the same supplies as everybody else. Ask BTC officials if you want to know. But you should... But we don't. But saying that we should over and over is not going to change reality. Give me something with lots of Bronson extract then. Two... 1, 3, 5. This one's also got optional Karmatrin. I don't need to care about the money, so... Here. What the hell is this? Your order. This is what Bronson extract tastes like? Sort of, yeah. Well, fuck that noise, it's not worth the effort. No, it's not. Excuse me. Thank God, a person. Well, as much of a person as the designated driver can be. What I mean is, why are there so many dogs? Why dogs, why? Well, the Corgis created the Safar Toy Company and they've been doing a great job, so... A company run exclusively by dogs, really? And a good one at that. Their only problem is that they have a not-so-discreet preference for hiring Corgis exclusively. Why? Something about being more comfortable around their own kind. Are you with them? Well, I do prefer Corgis, but... No, I mean, are you working with them? Yeah, well, I'm only here because the law requires at least one humanoid on the payroll. Does the law really cover such scenarios? Why take a job like this? Because it means I'm surrounded by Corgis all day long. Designated driver woes aside, it's the closest thing to heaven. Although to be fair, I'm not much of a drinker anyway. I see. Well, to each their own. Are you gonna drink anything? Do you have anything non-alcoholic? Let's see what I can fetch you. Did you intend to make a pun? A pun? Never mind. Here. Thanks. You sure this isn't alcoholic? Pretty sure. Okay. Listen, I need to know, is it really going to be only Corgis today? Is that all I'm going to do all night? Serve the same kind of dog over and over? The vast majority of them are Pembroke Welsh Corgis. there are a couple of Cardigan Welsh Corgis. But the relationship between the two breeds is a tad difficult, so the Cardigans weren't invited. So yeah, I guess they'll be serving the same kind of dogs all night. No, I mean, isn't there some other human I might talk to today? There's a woman on staff, but she couldn't come today. Oh boy. Is that a problem somehow? It's not really a problem. We've survived worse than this. Like that time when an AA meeting came here asking for non-alcoholic stuff only. But just thinking about the fact that I'm serving drinks to dogs, that at some point all the choices in my life led to me serving drinks to a group of talking dogs. It's one of those moments that makes you want to stop and rethink where your life is going. Do you perhaps not like this job? I do. I love every second of this job, but dogs? It's like a fashion designer suddenly realizing he's been designing edible underwear. I still don't see what your problem is with the dogs, but I'm not going to force the subject. Well, I'm going to try entertaining myself for a bit. The stuff for playing pool is underneath the table. There are also darts in the box next to the jukebox. Great, thanks for the information. Call if you need another drink. Sure. I'm feeling happy, so I'll get everyone around. Actually, it's a free bar. I won't let you spoil my mood. I want a French Reaper. Here you go. Still an awesome day. Sorry, Dragon fucker. Yo, what's an alpha male gotta do to get some service? What may I serve you? Beer, and quickly. Going right up. Dragon fucker, the alpha male. Here you are. Damn, you're a slow piece of shit. Hey boss, what was the opposite of deja vu again? Jamais vu. Yeah, that. Are you having a premonition? Something like that. That dog felt uncannily familiar. Are you bored? Not really. I was playing with the darts a bit ago. I thought about playing pool, but all the other clients are thumb challenged. Sorry if this sounds rude, but why was the dart box so dusty? You're the first person in the year or so I've been here that has actually played with darts. I think even my boss forgot that they existed. By the way, how are the dogs as clients? We've had worse. Have you had somebody come in and gnaw chairs to pieces? Yes. She was testing out her new mechanical teeth. She got banned from entering any BTC bar after that. With anecdotes like those, you'd think serving dogs would feel totally normal. You'd be wrong, because even then we were talking about humans. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've served a dog or two in my time, but they usually come in with someone. And they never talk. Now that I think about it, are these drinks bad for the dogs? Now you worry about that. But no, they aren't. Only cappuccino monkeys are at risk if they drink those chemicals. Anyway, you want anything to drink? Surprise me, but keep it non-alcoholic. Here you go. Thank you. This might sound weird to ask, but they talk through their collars, right? That's right. How do they work? It's not too hard, really. They're just translators. They read the dog's brains and turn their thoughts into words. Do keep in mind that today's dog breeds have more cognitive capacity than their ancestors. If you put the translators on dogs from a decade ago, they wouldn't work like they do now. Yeah, I read something about that once. Another question. Why do they wear those small tuxedos? It's good for PR. You don't say. Well, it'll be a bit before we go for the day. Any other questions? Yes, why the fuck do those dogs want to get drunk? They see humans do it and they think it might be fun. Just like teens then. Now, if you'll excuse me. Satan's helper. What can I serve you? Moon. Excuse me? Moon. A moon blast? Moon. A big moon blast. Moon. Alright then. Were these dog names created by, like, Kickstarter supporters or something like that? Because they've got that energy to them. Here. Moon. Was that a good moon or a bad moon? A Revisque Picasse Lise Pay. Crevice spikes, please? A crevice spike, sure. Ouye n'understandue aime? I was a kid too. Here, hey? Hanks, hey? You sure you didn't give me alcohol? I'm feeling dizzy. Maybe you're just drunk off the mood of the place? Yeah, that might be it. You want anything else? Oh sure, why not? What do you want? I'm not picky giving anything. Of course. He did not say non-alcoholic. He said anything. I am not going against his wishes. Oh, audio desync? I can fix that. Yeah, he said give him anything. He did not say give me something non-alcoholic. Now, you could reasonably infer that by now I should understand and apply that he doesn't want anything alcoholic, but... I mean, he said give me whatever, so I'm gonna give him whatever. Here you are. Thanks. So, what exactly do you do? Sorry if it's rude to ask. I guess I am what people call an office boy. My duties usually involve looking for things, answering a few calls, that sort of stuff. But this being a dog-run company, there are a lot more responsibilities. Like getting stuff off of the shelves and opening windows. At least they pay well. I see. And how did you end up in that position? Where'd you get that offer? My neighbor is the owner of one of the dogs. He told me they needed thumbs. Figures. They are celebrating the company's anniversary, right? Yeah, 5 years ago, 3 Corgis became dissatisfied with the quality of existing dog toys. So they founded this company. They got the money from their owners, if I remember correctly. I can see that happening, somehow. The STC is the second biggest dog toy company in the world. Fun fact, they started as a safe bar toy development. Ain't that unfortunate. Hello? Huh? The bar's favorite sweetheart has arrived. Why are you quiet? I'm waiting for the audience's cheers to stop. This isn't a sitcom. Dorothy's gonna open her eyes, see these dogs, and run out screaming. The poor thing. Ah, honey, how innocent. Excuse me, you are? I'm the lovely Dorothy Hayes at your Wait, you're a Lelum, not at your service then. Don't be rude to other clients. She's kind of a regular here. Kind of. I've been coming here religiously for the last 3 months now. 3 months. I come here to see your charming face and you say I'm just kind of a regular? For shame, honey, for shame. I'm sorry, I guess. Nothing a free drink won't solve. Won't do. You playing hard to get? Even if I wanted to give you a drink, we're booked for the whole weekend. Don't you think you should at least put a sign out front or something? Hey, I only found out myself just a few minutes ago. She can have one of my tickets if you're okay with it. I see no problem. Oh, you're so sweet. If you were at least 40% organic, I would give you a discount. Discount? You don't need to know. So, who booked you, this guy? The Safe Bar Toy Company. What do they do? They create dog toys. Oh, lovely. It's also run by dogs. Oh, don't joke like that. You think I'd kid about something like that? You mean that if I turn around, I'd see dogs? Yeah, didn't you see them when you came in? I just said it without looking anywhere else but the bar. You look troubled. I'm not too much of a dog person. I even charge extra if my clients want it doggy style. Doggy? You don't need to know. I'm gonna take this ticket and trade it in next Monday. I'm leaving right now. The ticket would have expired by then, though. She looks like the kind of girl that would hold you to your promise regardless. Is it that obvious? Well, I have to gather the cabs outside. Keep it up, bartender. Good night. Yeah, you too. Good night. Come again. Alright, sirs, the night's over. You have kennels you need to return to. All then? Yeah. Boss, how do you end up being booked by dogs? I know some dogs myself. Huh. And you told me that we're booked the whole weekend, right? That's right. Please bear with it. We're all doing our part after all. Yeah. Well, I gotta go for today. Bye. Take care. There's an explosion. Good evening. Day 2 of serving dogs. Are you ready? No. Cheer up. No. That attitude won't make things easier for yourself. Serving dogs won't ease things either. Have you heard anything from Gil? Nope, but he should be having fun wherever he is. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Also, did you know that we had darts? Yeah, I did. Why didn't you tell me? Because that's the kind of stuff you should just assume. A target board usually comes with a set of darts. Do you like darts, boss? Not particularly, but now I owe an apology to somebody. Anyway, call me if you need anything. Sure. Well then. In my parents' house growing up, they got a dartboard, and my brother would throw the darts at me. They were real darts. I didn't like the dartboard very much. Sorry, I need to complain about this. The layout of that building, or of where they put the dartboard. So, my room and like where they hung the dartboard were both in the basement. So like imagine like a set of stairs that like goes down as stairs do into a basement. Coming out of the staircase, the dartboard is to your left. Like if you step off the stairs, you are in the line of fire of the dartboard. So it's entirely possible that, like, you're just minding your own business, going downstairs to your room, and then suddenly a dart is flying at your face. They also put cabinets in the stairwell. Why wouldn't they have moved it to a better spot? I don't know. They also put cabinets in the stairwell, which meant that if somebody was in the cabinet and the door to the cabinet is open, that means it extends into the stairwell. Which means that if you are walking up the stairs, there's a chance that a cabinet door goes into your head with about as much force as the kinetic energy generated by you lifting your body up with your foot generates. In other news, I have been to the emergency room to have my scalp sewn back on. Yeah, that happened. I was, I was, like, going up the stairs, because, like I say, my room was in the basement. I had a... Oh, no, it's fine. It's water under the bridge. It was ages ago. Yeah, like, I was in my room... I was in my room. I had, like, eaten something, so, like, I had a plate and like, a fork. And I was climbing up the stairs, and I was looking down at the plate and fork so that I wouldn't, like, fumble them, because I'm a very clumsy person. But because I was looking down instead of up, I didn't, visually clear the stairwell. Because, I assumed that there'd be nothing in the way, but somebody was in one of the cabinets, and they had left it open. So I go up, and the corner of the cabinet door goes straight into my skull. It peeled back a strip of flesh. I went bald on that spot. It was not fun. It is scary to take a blow to your head, reach up, pat your head, bring it down, your hand is soaked in blood. How did I get on this tangent? Anyway. Oh hey, can I have a big beer, please? Thank God, a human. Sure, coming right up. Right, darts. Here. Thank you. May I ask, what do you do for these dogs, Miss, Beatrice, but everybody calls me Betty. And why do you need to know that? If you've been stuck with dogs all day, you'd also be curious when a human walks in. Fair enough, I'm their veterinarian. They're all your clients? Yeah, company issued that. I mean, I have my own office, but it's in their building. So you're Betty the vet... Oh, cram it. Sorry, not in the mood for puns right now. Oh, she was probably gonna say Betty the Vetty. I'll keep it in mind. Anything else I might need to avoid bringing up around you, besides puns? Enhancements, but that's harder to shove into the conversation in the first place. Noted. What do you have against enhancements, anyway? They're unnatural. They go against the very idea of human evolution. Huh. But there's a certain wall that humans can't cross without enhancements. It's not like having something replaced will automatically make you an expert in things. If anything, getting an enhancement sets you back until you get used to it. Yeah, but it just makes things too easy on paper. Anybody with money can replace their body parts and call it a day. But you have a point. Skill doesn't ship with enhancements. At least not yet. Sorry for the outburst. I have my story with enhancements. Oh, I don't mind. It's way more entertaining than serving drinks to talking dogs. Sorry. Speaking of which, that's my job right now. Do you want another drink? I'm fine for now. Call me if you need anything. Sure. Wormfrigger. Hey, have you seen a red dot? I've seen many things in my life, but a red dot? Not today, no. Hold that thought. Catch the dot. Catch the dot, doggy. Catch the dot. Do you have any red drinks? Red drinks. Yeah, the drink might know something. Right. I think a Sugar Rush is red. Yep, this is red. Here. Thanks. Okay, punk, hear me out. You gotta tell me where that red dot went or I'll drink you. I'm not bluffing. I'll drink you all up. Bangkok bastard. Those damn Pomeranians, they think they can come and take our jobs. Excuse me. We've been getting some serious media attention because the company only hires corgis. Must be slow news day. But you know what I say? It's good that we don't hire anybody else. We don't need more races ruining our workplace. Next thing you know, they'll be asking us to hire cats. Wouldn't other races bring new skills to the company? Shut up! What do you know? Now give me a bad touch. Alright. Here? Huh. Racist dogs, what are the odds? Wait, if I can't tell the differences between them, does that make me racist too? Would it matter if you're racist against racists? Huh. Personally, I am in the camp of do not tolerate intolerance. Bartender, please stop dozing off. I need booze. Sorry, what can I get you? I'll have a Zen Star. Sure. On the rocks. I almost got it right. Here. Thank you. Something on your mind? Willing to lend an ear? It's in the job description, kind of. Alright then, so, you mentioned the things about talking dogs. I thought people throughout the ages have always dreamt about talking to animals. Never mind the fact that we could always understand their body language. Now that we understand them, what do we find out? They're just furry, adorable little office workers. Actually, scratch that. I've yet to meet a furry office worker with half the charisma of these little guys. You've met furry office workers? I've seen my share of the world, bartender. Sounds like you're tired. It's fleas and tick season. I am tired. Fleas are the absolute worst. My kitty, the cat that I grew up with, she got fleas once. It was absolutely miserable. Like, she was a black cat, so it was, like, kind of hard to, like, see them on her, but, like, what they would do is they would latch onto her, they'd drink her blood, they'd lay eggs in her fur. She was just, like, constantly, like, miserable and itchy. Then on top of that, she liked to sleep in my bed. So these fleas ended up gnawing on me and laying eggs in my bed. I spent a very long time plucking fleas and flea eggs off of her one by one and destroying them. You like roll them between your fingernails and it pops them. Anything else I just shrug off. I do not like fleas. So your tick, don't you dare. I've also been bitten by a tick. I got Lyme disease the one time I got bitten by a tick. Also not fun. And, well, this whole flea bar thing is nice though, I guess. It would have been nicer if we actually had time to get properly ready. What do you mean? I found out about the booking yesterday as I was getting ready. Did the client ask for something special? Was there something I needed to know about them? My boss didn't specify anything. All she said to me was, pretend it's like any other day. That was a screw-up on our end. Sorry. They were desperately looking for a place to celebrate. I was actually surprised to find out that they got a place. Why all the sudden plans? Did they forget their anniversary or something? We found a place, but the Cardigans were the ones that hired it. Then some stupid argument arose, and the Cardigans decided that they didn't want to have any Pembrokes at their party. I swear to God, these dogs are like annoying little suburban kids. What are these Cardigans I keep hearing about? Oh, just another kind of corgi. Except with different fur colors and a slightly different attitude. All of this is so silly. I've seen dogs play with cats, dogs play with other dogs. The dogs mating with dogs twice their size. Well, that's what happens when you have dogs mimicking their owners. I mean, that's the reason that they're in a bar in the first place. But I guess the media focus on the Pembrokes probably didn't help. Well, if you'll excuse me, I have dogs too. Yeah. Oh, yeah, do your job, don't mind me. Tortilla Pope. Hey, buddy. Hello? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You? I am? Whoa, thanks, buddy. What can I serve you? Well, a big sunshine cloud would be nice. Four of these. A lot of these, on the rocks and blended. Here. Aw, you're a cutie. Lippy dippy poo. Woof. Courage. You know what I hate, man? What do you hate, dog? Cabbages, man. They are like lettuces that decided to go to the gym. They think that they are a big deal because their leaves are harder. Guess what? I don't like them. Calm down, dog. Do you want anything? For cabbages to not exist. I meant to drink. Oh, I'll have a big grizzly temple then. I can do that. Here you go. Chill out for a bit, dog. Thanks, man. Bartender? Yeah? You have anything sweet? We're talking about drinks, right? Are you hitting on me? If that's how you want to see it. Let me see what I can get you. And make it big. Do you like them big, Miss Betty? It's not the size, but how you sell it. Gourmet food exists for that sole reason. I mean... my job is to get as much Karmatrin into people as possible. Here. Thanks. You know, I'm curious, what's the weirdest client you've ever gotten? I wouldn't be able to tell you. There's many kinds of weird. Pick the first one that comes to mind. Well, there's this one guy that spent 30 minutes arguing with himself before ordering. That's not that weird. He came in wearing a Velociraptor mask and wouldn't stop screaming. He left humming Moonlight Sonata afterwards. Oh, yeah, that's weird. At least he left a nice tip. Speaking of anecdotes, can I ask what's your story with the enhancements? Speaking of people who are weird, so my current job is I stock shelves at a grocery store. And part of just what ends up happening on the job is that sometimes customers get in your way. And when that happens, my job is to just let them do their thing, wait for them to get out of the way. There's like no rush or anything. I don't need to push past them, I don't need to talk to them, just let them get out of the way. An old man came into the aisle that I work in, stood directly in front of the display that I had to work on, stared at the cereal for like 15 minutes straight. He just stood there staring at the cereal. Didn't say a word, didn't move, just stared at the cereal. For 15 minutes. I actually ended up like on my phone, like texting my friends live updates. It's like, he's picked up a box of mini wheats, he's put it down. He picked up another one, but it's like in a different color. So yeah, impromptu break. Why the interest? Because it seems like a personal thing. It doesn't sound like it's a question of ethics. And honestly, I'm really bored. Heh. Sure, I can entertain you a bit. Back when I was a college freshman, some friends of mine decided to get their hands enhanced. It was around the time that we all started practicing surgery. They just wanted to bypass all the practice needed. And so they hired this shady character who would supposedly hook them up. They only talked one of them out of it. The others went off with the guy and got their hands chopped off. This is one of those stories that ends badly, I'm guessing. Yeah, 4 girls underwent the shady surgical procedure. 2 lost their hands, 1 was left in an arthritic mess, and the last died on the operation table. So yeah, I'm not too fond of enhancements. Especially if they're taken in an effort to avoid effort. This culture of become better automatically with enhancements really gets on my nerves. That story sounds so familiar. Did the shady guy have a bleached mustache and tattooed black eyebrows? He also talked using an electrolarynx. You've seen him? No, but I remember news about news about the police catching somebody who was performing illegal surgeries. Never thought I'd meet somebody affected by him. It's a small world, isn't it? Well, I guess I gotta check on the dogs to see if they're fine. Sure, I'll keep serving them booze. Thanks for sharing that story. Yeah. Accident. Hey man, have you ever felt like time is moving too fast? Tonight, I'm feeling like it's not moving by fast enough. Lucky you. Well, they say that if time feels like it's going by too fast, you're having a good time. What can I serve you? I want a bad touch. Sorry, coming right up. On the rocks and mixed. I feel like I had an anecdote, but then I forgot it. Here you go, have a good time out there. Maybe you're right. Thanks. Dog 5, bartender. Sometimes time moves too fast when you're behind at work. I mean, that just means you're closer to the end of your shift. It's a good thing. As long as you're putting in the effort, if you have work left done at the end of your shift, as long as you haven't been lazy, The problem is on your manager for giving you too much. It's not on you for not doing enough. Bartender? Huh? 1 Brandtini, please. Sure. Here. Excuse me, the beer mat's dirty. Sorry, I'll change it. Nah, leave it like that. It already ruined the Brandtini anyway. Hey, bartender. Bartender. Den Barter Tarbender. Your job has a funny name. You don't say. You're a cute bartender. I swear I could just eat you up. Please don't. When did you get drunk? I've been a little dizzy for a while now, but it just properly kicked in. Yeah, like... yeah, the last couple of times I, like, finished all of my work, and I was like, hey, I don't want to do nothing for the last 2 hours of my shift. They had me work caps in aisles that I'm not familiar with. I don't like working caps. Not one little bit. I always aim to leave, like, 1 pallet slightly unfinished. I'm pretty good at hitting that mark. I've been a little dizzy for a while now, but it just properly kicked in. Also, some of the dogs invited me over for a drink. Except I'm not drunk. Right. Can you give me a small Brandtini? I will definitely pay you money. But you don't have to pay me. Aw, will you really buy me that drink? You're so lovely. Yeah, let's leave it at that. So, something that I've been wondering for a while, can I spike a drink with more Karmatrin than it actually takes? I didn't age yet, hold on. No, I cannot. Here. Shucks, this is smaller than I thought. You're in no position to drink anything more than that thimbleful. Maybe you're right. Can you get the hydrate? Hey, what made you become a veterinarian? I love animals. They are so cute, so funny, and so huggable. I want to keep them happy. That's why I became a veterinarian. It's not always easy. The knowledge that I've helped those cute, cuddly, squishy animals lets me sleep like a baby at night. Lovely. Speaking of love, have you ever been in love, Randbert? Haven't we all been in love at some point in our lives? Why? I need advice if you look like a nice person. Sure, thanks. Actually, it's about somebody who's really focused on his job, so I figured you'd understand. I see. Still, what do you want to know? How do you get the attention of somebody like that? Of somebody that's so hyper-focused on something that he disregards everything else. Taking an interest in whatever he's obsessed with is a good start, but there's really no science to this. They can feel loved and special, just like you do with anybody else. You sure? He's like really, really obsessed. If he's a decent member of society, yeah, I see no problem with that. I hope you're right. I'm fresh off a breakup and I seriously need a hug. But yeah, how do I fix the fact that it's a guy? Beg your pardon? I'm not into guys, but this here is a guy. What do I do? Right, need to serve dogs, sorry. No need, we're leaving. Already? Don't worry, we'll come back tomorrow. Right. Heck dog, I mean god. Doggammit. Done for the day, I'm guessing? Yeah. You might want to get some insecticide or something to make sure that we're not full of fleas. What does the health inspector think of this stunt? The health inspector is too afraid to come to this part of the city, so I'll assume that he's fine with it. Right. Say, boss, you look tense. really? Weird. So we'll call it a day here. Thank you for your hard work. And on that note, we're going to take tonight's second break. Please use this time to refill your beverage, go to the bathroom. Anything that you can pull off in 5 minutes. That is the wrong card. I am not ending the stream yet. There we go. I'll see you in 5 minutes. return. Good evening. You look fine, boss. Starting tomorrow, there will be no more corgis in our bar. Why wouldn't I be sad? Maybe because starting tomorrow, there will be no more corgis at the bar. I wonder if the Shiba Appreciation Society might be interested in booking us. One problem at a time, boss. Wait, I know somebody from the Pomeranian Development Institute. One problem at a time? Still, you've been tense ever since Friday. Are you worried about Gil or something? Trust me, of all my worries, Gil is the least of them. Put on some music and enjoy the day, won't you? Right. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Bartender, we meet again. Oh, Miss Betty. Hello. And Mr. Corgi Lover. Call me Deal. Deal. Deal? Deal. Wipe that satisfied look off your faces, you two. Ahem. What can I serve you today? I'll have a beer. I'm not the designated driver today, so give me a French beaver. I mean, to be fair, having alcohol seemingly didn't affect him the other day, so, I mean... Here? Thanks. Thank you. You seem distracted. Has serving so many dogs finally gotten to you? No, well, yeah, but it's not that. My boss has been acting weird since Friday. Weird how? Romantic weird? Drug addict weird? Let's hope nobody finds the body in the fridge weird? For starters, there's the fact that she only told me we were being booked moments before we opened. Plus, she seems completely distracted or lost in her thoughts. Like you. Worse. Oh. She's not being herself, and that makes me wonder if something's going on. Like what? Do you run a human trafficking ring in the basement? No, we don't have a license for that. Oh, well, thinking about it too much is not part of my job. Can I ask you something about your job? Sure. I've always been curious, what does the BTC need in their bartenders? What do you need to study? They train you from scratch, so you don't have to study anything beforehand. What does the training involve? It's a lot of etiquette and regulation work. Most of our time, though, is actually spent in simulations. Simulations? Different scenarios involving different chemical hazards, that sort of thing. They want you to be able to respond to every possible situation that might come up involving our ingredients. I mean, the chances for failure are really slim, but it's better to not take those chances. I see. I'll be back with you guys in a bit. I must attend to the other clients. Dogs. That. Oh, sure. They are chasing me, man. Who? The cabbages, man. The goddamn cabbages. They are everywhere. They are out for my rump. Never mind. Can I get you anything to calm down? A big blue fairy would be nice. Okay, then. Aged and mixed. Here. Thanks, very nice of you. Third bark day. Something the matter? Nothing a drink can't solve. Not sure about that, but it's hardly my job to preach sobriety. What do you want? Give me a gut punch, okay? Controlling this game is difficult, apparently. Here you are. Thanks. Hey, you ever felt guilty for being born the wrong race? The what now? I've just been hearing so much about how we're racist. Oh, Sync Weaver, welcome. We are currently in the prologue of Valhalla. Journey Mizu, welcome. Yes, thank you again, Sync. Yeah, this is Valhalla. It's a visual novel where you serve drinks. I am currently in the prologue where the bar has been booked by a bunch of dogs. I'm in the prologue, but I actually beat the game. So, yeah, it's kind of like that. I've just been hearing so much about how we're racist. I'm wondering, are you racist? Not really. Do you feel like other corgis might be? Definitely. I mean, then why worry? It's not like they're calling you racist. Trying to convince Sync to let Cherry cut off his horns and turn them into spoons. I feel like I'm missing context here. You shouldn't take generalizations personally. You might be right. Man, you should have seen the cutie I saw yesterday on the way home. She looked like a cat boomer. She was wearing a mini dress and had this prosthetic eye. Do I have any other visual novels that I'd recommend? I don't usually play visual novels that much. Doki Doki Literature Club is really good though. That one's kind of like the most vanilla answer, but like, I did enjoy that one when I played it. You could always try getting into like Fate. Like Fate's Day Night. I've heard good things about Hatoful Boyfriend. If you're into like dating sims. I thought you were against people using prosthetics. I'm not against cute though. Besides, I'm not against prosthetics. I'm only against enhancements. I don't see a difference between the two. Alright, let me put it this way. If you lost an arm and replaced it with a mechanical arm that does exactly what the older one did, I'm okay with it. But if you lost your arm and replaced it with a gun-loaded super arm from hell, that's something I'm not okay with. Even worse is if you decide to replace your arm because of fashion, or a whim, or to get better at some sport. That's completely not cool. That's the difference between a prosthetic and an enhancement. Replacement versus enhancement. I'm of a similar opinion about Lilim replacing their factory parts for kicks. If you think that that's going to be an easy way of getting better at something, you're in for a bad surprise. Well, I can see why you think that, but what suggested to you that what she had wasn't an enhancement? If she had bad eyesight, wouldn't that count as an enhancement, even if it fixes it? How does reparative work factor into your ideologies? They might be enhancements, but they also replace something faulty. Well, damn it, stop making sense, you piece of scrap. You're weakening my resolve. Having fun? Oh, bartender, that was fast. There seem to be less dogs out today. At least, dogs that want to drink. Yeah, some of them ate their tickets. Ah, lovely. I'll be the one dealing with that later. She's their veterinarian. So, what's your take on the whole enhancement discussion, bartender? My mom had a saying, anybody can make a chandelier out of their asses. Which somehow means your body, your choices. If they're not hurting anybody, I don't see the point in hating them. See you, Betty? Hey, I didn't say I automatically hate anybody who has an enhancement. Me being against something isn't the same as me being against someone. I'm not some 12-year-old blindingly hating somebody because of something like that. Maybe you should practice what you preach. What does that mean? I fear retaliation, so I'm not saying another word. Are you two gonna order anything? I'm fine right now. She's drinking mine, actually. Alright, well, if you need anything else, sure. Let's see. Ow! So much for avoiding retaliation. Pooh Peter, you're not going to believe me. I was in the bathroom and this other dog was looking at me from the top of the sink. You mean the mirror? No, another dog. I see. What can I serve you? You're not gonna do anything about that other dog on the top of the sink? I'm sure he doesn't want to hurt anybody, don't worry. I hope you're right. Well, I want something really sweet. So naturally, Karmatrin is the alcoholic component of a drink. This is a sweet drink where I can add as much Karmatrin as I want. Here you go. Thanks. Please think about the thing with the other dog on top of the sink. I will, don't worry. Well then. That was quick. Yeah, Karmatrin is flavorless and odorless. They don't know how much of it they're getting. Like I said, there aren't too many dogs today. When I heard somebody booked us for 3 days, I expected more of an attendance. While you were gone, this fellow here said that the Bleeding Gene is better than a pile driver. Please, prove him wrong. All I'm saying is that I don't see the point in drinks that feel more like a kick in the mouth than a beverage. Wow, the bots are rampant today. All I'm saying is that I don't see the point in drinks that feel more like a kick in the mouth than a beverage. What do you think, bartender? Do you think that there's any point discussing non-alcoholic drinks in a bar? In my opinion, people who order a bad touch always make you giggle like an idiot, though. That's not an opinion, that's a statement. Oh well, please serve us either pile drivers or Bleeding Genes. We'll let you decide which one is better. Obviously, I'm gonna give them one of each. Look at me failing to have a strong opinion. No fighting this way, right? Wow, you're quite the softie. Just kidding, wise choice. No complaints here. How did you two end up discussing that? Well, it started when I told this guy that I wasn't as crazy about the idea of working just for corgis. Why don't you like corgis? They're cute and fluffy and funny and they just, make you smile. Only one interesting thing about them. Legends say they were created by a fairy and that their breed was raised to fight dragons. Oh, you have to be kidding. No, actually, I heard that one too. Really? Still, I can't see why you're so tired of them. You know, because I only ever deal with them at their worst. You've only seen them in their happy state. I'm the one running feces samples and unclogging their sphincters if they eat their owner's dental floss. I like to be their veterinarian, but they treat me more like a mom, and not in a good way. I feel like there's a double-spaced typo there. It's like being a gynecologist. After a while, you stop seeing boobs and vaginas. Instead, all you see are issues you must fix. At least they're cute issues. It depends, a gynecologist can't pick clients by age or preferences. I was talking about your job. Oh, yeah, that too. Still, I don't think it's so much that I'm tired of them as it is I'm tired of you being so obsessed with them. I'm not obsessed, I'm passionate. You sleep with a corgi plushie and have a wall dedicated to photos you've taken at the company. I'm really passionate. Too much passion can become an issue, you know? Speaking of issues, did you talk with the directors about the whole cardigan conflict? I was gonna do that tomorrow, when they're all together. But I still don't see why I should be the one doing it. For starters, they don't take me too seriously. Understandable, I don't take you seriously either. I mean, in the end, they're still dogs. They need somebody with a strong, commanding voice. Are you saying I have a naggy voice? No, not your voice, just your entire demeanor. So I have a naggy demeanor? I'm assuming you two are talking about the whole race conflict. Yeah, this is hurting them more than they think. The company might actually collapse at this rate. Which is terrible, because a couple of these dogs' families are dependent on their paychecks. Doesn't that count as unethical and unusual treatment of animals? It's a bit of a legal gray area. The dogs are doing it willingly, after all. And even if they weren't doing it willingly, the dogs aren't actually being mistreated or exploited. In fact, the company's pretty relaxed. Speaking of relaxed, how's Jurgen doing? He's fine, still complaining about his back, still unwilling to take his medicine, so he says he's not that weak. People who are like that annoy me. Well, the bots are out in force tonight. I've had to ban 4 bots tonight. I average 0. Yeah, I was gonna say, my dad's the kind of person who once had to take an antibiotic treatment, and he stopped taking the antibiotics about halfway because he's just like, I feel fine. I don't want to keep taking these, I don't need this medicine. If you know anything about antibiotics, you know that you need to finish the full course even if you feel better. It's really, really bad for everybody if you don't. But Father knows best, he's not that weak. Who's this Jurgen guy? My guardian. I passed the test years ago, but I couldn't leave him. Yeah, God, if I had like an ache or a headache at work and somebody offered me medicine for it, assuming I trusted them, I'd be so grateful. I had to stop and think about that for a second, but like, assuming that I trusted them, it'd be like, fuck yeah, I would love to not have a headache. My guardian passed the test years ago, but I couldn't leave him. That's actually commonplace, isn't it? Lilin being unable to leave their guardians because they feel too much like gambling. Now, to be fair, people get attached to many things. Some even get obsessed with inanimate objects. My grandpa loved his car more than any of his sons. The one whose will left all of his earthly possessions to his car, right? Yeah, that one. How do you become a Lilim's guardian? You fill a form with the Artificial Intelligence Council. Then they do a background check. If they deem you useful, they'll give you authorization. You give it a week's notice before they give you all the data about the Lilim you'll be taking care of. You'll have to watch over it until it can pass 3 different personality tests. If the Lilim wants to stay with you after that, that's your problem. So it's like adoption and the lottery all rolled into one. They do that to diversify the possible outcomes. 2 Lilim could be of the same model, but they'll grow differently depending on their guardians. What if something happens to the guardian? The new guardian can appeal to the council, stating that they're more fit for the position than the original. This happens when the guardian has become unavailable in some way, or because you can back up claims of neglect or maltreatment. You spit out all that information like it's hard-coded into you. I worked in that department for some time before coming to the STC. It's almost a reflex. Are you interested in becoming a guardian bartender? I don't know. I'm just a nerd when it comes to AIs in general. The money they give you for it is not that great, though. I see. Well, time to check on the dogs. Listen here, punk. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you a punk. It's just, also his name is Money Shredder. I was chasing my tail and now I'm too hyper to control myself. Sorry. Just give me anything. Alright. The Sugar Rush is practically my signature move at this point. This is good. Very good, very good, very good. Aha! Huh. No, see, I can see the value of other dog races. Like Pomeranians, those are nice, but they aren't Corgis. Well, yeah, I can understand that. I mean, remember that cute girl from yesterday I mentioned earlier? Yeah? The white knight that was with her, she wasn't half bad either. I mean, it was obvious that a tapestry of muscles was hidden under her armor. I prefer more delicate-looking girls, though. You can appreciate how something looks, but that doesn't mean that it's necessarily your thing. And you, bartender? What? Which dog race do you prefer? That's not the question I was expecting. That dog's gonna have health issues? Yeah, probably. But like, I'm not their vet, I'm their bartender. Not much of a dog person, really. Oh, you know what? This is a bit of a wild card, kind of like going back to the visual novel thing from earlier, but Trauma Center. It's a bunch of games that Atlus made for the Nintendo DS and the Wii. So like, good luck getting your hands on a copy. But they're actually very good. Like, the visual novel segments are cool, and the actual gameplay is like really fun. Not much of a dog person, actually. Do you have any pets? A cat named 4, yeah. Yeah, Trauma Center. I played through Trauma Center on the Wii. You have a 3DS? Awesome. What was the other one I was thinking of? Shoot. There's one that I haven't played, but I've heard is very good. It's called, like, 7 Days, 7 Doors, 7 Lives, or something like that. Apparently that one's super good, too. 999? Yes, so it's like 9 days, 9 doors, 9 lives. cat named Four, yeah. He's just a stray that I rescued. Do you like rescuing girls, too? I'm sure I should be making a witty retort right now, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say no. Weird. I've always thought that the rescue fantasy was universal. Why call it Four? Four is a little I met some time ago that... Never mind. Pretty lame name if you ask me. Better than calling it Asshat. I bet when you and Four play, it's quite the sight, hey? He's so lively, sometimes I fear foreshadows my presence entirely. You guys want to lose consciousness that much? You really need to calm down with the whole pun-hating stuff, Betty. But to move away from this whole foreground, what is this rescue fantasy you mentioned before? You know, the one where wayward, dangerous souls redeem themselves through the power of love? The bad boy who turns away a life of crime. The drug addict girl who lived on the streets and turned tricks until she found a good man worth changing for. It's corny romance cliches 101. Well, you're the one with the shelf full of old lady romance novels. I'll trust you on this. Hey, Fabio the 13th is a national treasure. You don't even like guys. Why do you read all those novels? They let you put yourself in the place of the main character quite easily. Even if said main character is a muscular man? I see no problem. Just, what is your self-image? If I can ask something else, what is it? Why do you hate puns so much? Maybe people cringe at puns, you know? Yeah, but you react like you have a vendetta against them. They made me feel stupid. What? When I was a kid, everybody in my house had a penchant for making puns at the drop of a hat. I was the only one who couldn't get them. Years later, I finally got them, and they weren't that funny. They made me feel stupid. All in the name of some terrible joke that wasn't even funny in the first place. I've said this so many times I might as well make it a recording, but you need to chill out, Betty. I am chilling out. Just because I complain about stuff doesn't mean that I'm not relaxed. I'm not sure that's how it works. Trust me, when I'm tense and angry, you'll know it. I fear the thought. Anyway, I'll go check on the dogs. I'm supposed to be their doctor and they are being suspiciously quiet. Dear God, a fifth bot? What is going on? Be careful. You want anything else? I'll have a bloom light. Actually, make that too, please. Sure. Here? Thanks. Say, you two seem to get along quite well. Well, when you're the only sentient humanoids in the entire company, it kind of happens. Sentient? We have a couple of test mannequins and cardboard cutouts, so... I see. Seems there's more to it than just that, though. I mean, even if you two are the only ones of your kind, you can still hate each other. Well, I guess I'm one of the few that can stand Benny. She's a really nice person, but she doesn't sugarcoat things. Yeah, I can see that. You should see her treating those dogs. She becomes so patient and understanding, even if it's only for a little while. The dogs don't call her mom to mock her. Can dogs mock people? I don't know. Even if it's only for a little while. You were eavesdropping? So you can say nice things once in a while? You say it like I'm the aggressive one here. It's nice hearing people say good things about you once in a while, you know? You should take your own advice. Maybe some other time. I'm not a hug box. Anything happen? The dog in the bathroom got angry at its reflection on the mirror and charged into it. Luckily, nothing bad happened. It just made the dog very confused. How the hell did they get on top of the sinks? They are surprisingly agile, even with those stubby little legs. Oh yeah, I ordered you this. Ah, thanks. By the way, Betty, how's Veronica? We broke up last month. Is that an Archie reference? What? Well, things were not going so well. We got too used to one another. Everything was starting to become routine. We decided to break up before things got bitter. And why didn't you tell me that before? Why? Did you want your turn at the Bettymobile? I don't know. I guess I just didn't want to trouble you. After a while, it stopped feeling like it was something relevant to say. Please don't do that again. Try trusting me. Yeah, you're right. You know what bothers me? The fact that asking after somebody's health always feels like you're walking on a floor full of glass shards. There's always this chance that the other person is not okay, or even dead. But what started as a legitimately fun moment can go sour. Yeah, you're right. Sorry for not trusting you, you piece of scrap. Don't worry, I understand why you did it. Hey, now that I think about it, you sure hang out with us a lot, bartender. Well, dogs can only be so interesting, and besides, there haven't been as many dogs today. Is my presence unwanted? Not at all. Especially since you're the one bringing the booze. You're like those cab drivers that like to chat all the way, but you smell better than most of them. Thank you. Funny thing is that we are unofficially associated with the local taxi line. They're the ones that send drunkards to their homes. You seem to really like talking to your clients. Like it's the best part of your job or something. It kind of is. I used to sit around in crowded places like malls or bars and think to myself, every person here has a story. It's a humbling experience. Everybody has dreams, fears, and loved ones. If you dig deep enough, you'll realize that the gap between two random peoples isn't as big as you think it is. In fact, it's quite small. And in this job, you get to hear all kinds of stories. Some people just blurt it all out, while some people do it while drunk. To know that no matter how similar they might seem at first glance, no two people are alike. It's fascinating. You'd be a powerful information broker with all that knowledge. Are you using my chat like it's your Windows search bar? I understand. You'd be a powerful information broker with all that knowledge. Nah, not interested. I like to see myself more as a friendly ear rather than somebody you need to be wary of. I guess there's still decent folks out there. I'm not decent. You're critically obsessed with dogs. I'll go check if there's any other dogs who want something. Sure, go ahead. Quick, a beer. Okay. Here. Thanks, now boom. Why did you break the glass? I made breakfast. Get it? Because you made the drink fast and I broke it and... Go. Tough crowd. Suddenly, I understand the hate for puns. Hey, Batrender. Yeah? Yeah, your job has a funny name. You don't say. How is she already drunk? She drank way less than she did last night. Yeah, but she drank a bottle before coming here. Why? I wish I knew. It's an example of her alcohol tolerance, though. Broadenter. I want to make a toast to my good friend the robot here. Preferably the only person, robot, thing that can stand my yapping for more than half an hour. Without him, my job would be 5 times more boring and my life 2 times more meaningless. Cheers. You're not holding a drink. Then give me one, Ben Trader. Isn't that your job? I need a beer, a big one. I'm yawning. Alright, cheers. I said cheers. Cheers? Cheers? Good. Grumpy when sober and a sweetheart when drunk. It seems that she's been like this since her university years. You make it sound like those were a decade ago. Ahem. I can understand liking the taste of alcohol, but what's so good about getting drunk? First of all, I'm not drunk. You're too happy. I'm a happy person. When drunk. Huh. Anyway, it's something you just can't explain. You just like it. Your body needs it. Craves it. That's called being an alcoholic. I prefer the term alcohol enthusiast. Anyway, humans actively look for things that make them feel lightheaded. Why else would they leave some poison and potentially poisonous foods like that weird balloon fish thing? Why would they eat spicy food or drink fermented milk? Seriously, how crazy does somebody need to be to say, hey, let's eat this and see what happens? Typically in that scenario, you're not crazy, you're just hungry. Worse yet, they've even found medicine among all that junk. One that invented penicillin was probably the worst of them all. Fair enough, but see, that's proof that you're drunk. If you were sober, you would just say no? Silly robot. Now that I think about it, what kind of robot are you? Lilin? Lilin always sounds too feminine. Okay then, what manner of piece of scrap are you? You don't know? Never cared, but now I'm curious. Oh, well, you won't remember it tomorrow. I'm a DTO1D, a social development robot. Is that like the DSC-72s? No, DSC-72s are designed to be as physically human as possible in order to blend in with humans better. My line is more tailored for resilience. We are work, Lilin. Why must you be cursed to only one destiny from the moment you're born? You can do whatever you want, silly robot. Follow your dreams. I know, I'm already doing it. Being created or hardwired for one duty only means you're more adept at certain things. Giving robots freedom of choice, that's the whole purpose of the ADN law. Yeah, but you say that you're resilient, but you don't look the part. True, I never upgraded my muscles, but I can stand up to 200 degrees Celsius without breaking a sweat. Lilin can sweat? Cooling agents, yes. No matter, you're still special to me no matter what kind of robot you are. Lilin, no matter what piece of shit you are. Speaking of special, how come it isn't legal to marry a dog yet? Excuse me, what? Thank you for the hydrate. If humans are allowed to marry robots, Lilin, I meant Lilin, they should be able to marry dogs too. Abtrender. That's me, I think. This guy here wants to bang a dog. Mock him. Excuse me. I do not. I was just saying that if humans are now allowed to marry Lilin, why shouldn't they be able to marry animals? Because first of all, they're not humanoids. What about monkeys then? And now you want to bang a monkey? I do not. And second of all, dogs, just like many other animals, can't give you consent. But look at these dogs. Sure, they have the cognitive abilities of 7-year-olds, but they can talk, drink booze, and argue. So now you want to bang a 7-year-old? We have a regular here who would be delighted to hear that. Stop it! Remember, Lilin human marriages were only sanctioned after the Lilin achieved full sentience. And even then, they used marriage as a way to evolve the collective source. Besides, dogs don't really love us that way. Trying to apply human ideas like marriage to a dog is like trying to feed vegetables to a carnivore, you get me? Says the ex-vegetarian. Why are you only so smart when you're drunk? I'm not drunk. But anyways, if you want to screw a dog or a chimp, go ahead. Just don't bring marriage or infants into the whole deal. But if you even start thinking about doing the horizontal lava with a 7-year-old, please seek some mental health. But I don't want to bang dogs, or monkeys, or 7-year-olds. Well, thank God. Then why'd you suddenly start talking about dog-human marriage? It's just, I was thinking about all these dogs in tuxedos, and I started picturing a dog in a bridal dress. And just try and picture that. And I'm the drunk one. Wait, I'm not drunk, why would I say that? Then again, when you get drunk, you only get dizzy. You have a limit, as in like a limit to how much you can drink before passing out? No, I just get disoriented to the point that I'm effectively useless, but I never pass out. Maybe if I passed out, I wouldn't have to deal with all the shit that follows. I always have to wait at least 24 hours before the effects pass. One has to wonder why they gave all those human flaws to Lilin. I read something about that. It said that by giving Lilin the same kind of weaknesses humans have, they would develop the same way that humans do. So that's why they also bite their lips randomly when eating? Seems like it. It makes me wonder, exactly how anatomically correct are you? That's something I know and you don't. And do you want anything else to drink? Yeah, I want nothing. You're drunk enough as it is. You're not my dad, you can't tell me what I can or can't do. Beatrice Albert, stop drinking right now. Yes, Mom. Now, go sleep in the car. We are almost done here. But Mom... Go. Bye, bad nerder. Bye, Miss Betty. It actually worked. If I didn't know she wouldn't remember anything tomorrow, I'd be afraid of retaliation. Although, I'm curious, why do you call her Miss Betty? Makes her sound like a teacher or something. Etiquette? I don't know. There's also something about her that makes it feel right to call her that. Maybe it's the forehead. I see. Well, I gotta get things ready, if you'll excuse me. Good luck. Wyvern Lover, hey. We're closing. Damn it. Well, everybody's safe in a cab. We are taking our leave, bartender, and thank you for providing such great service on such short notice. That's my job. You were interesting too? Well, thank you. I'll be sure to tell all of our associates about the wonders of this place. Thank you, and please come again. We sure will. Send my regards to Miss Betty. Yeah, these two definitely got like a lot more characterization here. Gladly. See you later then. Bye. All done? Yep. Seems like we got some new regulars. Yeah, it'd be nice if they came back. Or that we're still here when they want to come back. You've been acting weird all weekend, boss. Are you okay? I am, but the bar is not. What do you mean? Well, I guess you have the right to know. The BTC sent me a message on Friday. Valhalla hasn't been bringing in much income these last few months, which means that we are at risk of being wiped off the map. And that leads into the main game. I'm really curious what the deal is with Anna. Man, such a slow night. At least I'm not serving dogs. Normally this would be where a dog shows up like a cheap punchline. I guess not. Speaking of dogs, I wonder where the hell's Gil? Bored? Ah! Sorry, did I wake you up? I wasn't sleeping. My eyes were open. You went to college, right? You know having your eyes open means nothing. Don't worry, I don't blame you. It's been a really long time since we've had such a slow night. In fact, I think the last time we had a night this slow was before you started working here. Really? Yeah, it happened when Robert was still working here. Who? My first employee. The poor idiot bought a levitation potion and threw himself off a building. Oh. As it turned out, the potion actually worked. Come again? He started rising in the air and couldn't stop. They later found his body smeared across the nose of a commercial flight that was on its way to Kandeva. But anyway, should you really dismiss that so easily? We didn't have a single client that night, not even a lost soul asking for directions, but then suddenly a kid shows up. He was obviously underage, but I was bored, so I decided to let him order something. I gave him one car-return-free drink. I mean, even if I was letting him order, I wasn't about to give alcohol to an underage boy. And then when the time came for him to pay his tab, he realized he didn't have enough money. He then yanked his shirt over his head, started screaming that he's a ghost, and tried to escape. So, I kicked him so hard that he flew out of the bar and told him that ghosts shouldn't feel pain. Boss, did you really kick an underage kid? Of course not. I just gave him a warning and made him wash a couple of dishes. The fact that he even thought for a moment that I would kick a young, innocent child hurts me to no end, you know? Anyway, just keep it up. Sody will show up sooner or later. I sure hope so. Hold on. Come to think of it, aren't Gil's checks made out to Robert? No. Well, at least that story killed a couple of minutes. I think I don't know, sort through the glasses here or something. Huh, we had a fedora-shaped glass. Anybody here? Sorry, I'll be right there. Ow! Are you okay? I'm fine, yeah. Welcome to Valhalla, what can I get you? Something wrong? Are you sure that you're old enough to drink? Well, seeing how I'm old enough to eat solid food, I'm gonna guess that drinking won't be a problem. You know that's not what I meant. Yeah, I'm old enough to drink. I turned 21 not too long ago, actually. I think that said it will end, it will happen soon, maybe next time. Still don't believe me? What do you need me to give you? Must be sleep deprived or something. What's this deja vu feeling, though? It's fine, don't worry. What can I get you? I feel like having a sugar rush. Sure, coming right up. Here you go. Thanks. Yep, this is the stuff. You know, I could have been lying through my teeth. I could be an underage liar. You could have sold alcoholic drinks to an underage kid. How would that make you feel? Meh. Meh. I don't believe in the myth that kids don't drink alcohol. I admit 16-year-olds that drink a lot more than I do. My sister, when she was a teenager but not a legal adult, would ask me to buy her alcohol. If I do end up working at a bar, you know where you're going? Thank you. The interview that I'm going to this later week is working with a company that works with banks. Like, it's not a bank itself, but like it works with banks, handling financial documents. I would be checking for fraud. I did apply to a bartending position once, but they passed me over because I didn't have enough experience. I should have put Valhalla on my resume. Limiting the alcohol that they can get is necessary, but if you make it look like a forbidden pleasure, well, you'll only make them crave it more. Hell, I bet if you gave kids alcohol, they'd start turning it off a bit earlier. So you're fine with giving drinks to underage kids? No, but if that were to happen, I wouldn't get my panties in a bunch. Wouldn't you get punished for doing that? You'd have to admit publicly that you ordered alcohol first, and that would bring you a different array of problems. Oh. Did you come here looking to get me in trouble? No. I just wanted a reaction out of you, but you're taking it all too calmly. Why? I don't know, your face makes me want to tease you. I suddenly feel like I'm back in high school. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Please show me your ID. Sure. Anna Graham. Seems everything's in order, Miss Anna Graham. Anna Graham, where have I heard that name before? Go ahead, just try to make a joke I haven't heard yet. I'll politely refuse. No, I'm serious. Go ahead, people think that it's too easy, so they never make jokes about my name. I'm still gonna politely refuse. You're no fun. So, what's your name, Miss Bartender? My name? You saw my name. I had the right to know yours. Fair enough, I'm Jill. Jill what? Just Jill. Yeah, but what's your full name? Just call me Jill. Fine, I'll just pretend that Jill is a way of saying your name is actually Joanna Ignatia Laurent Lone. Actually, I'll shorten it to Joe. Whatever floats your boat. Say, Joe, this place looks awfully desolate. Joe, she says. It's been a slow day. A really, really slow day. I'm actually glad you showed up. I was growing bored as hell. I mean, it's not like we're always bustling with activity, but this is unusual even for here. So, I take it this isn't a popular place then. We have our regulars, but we're not like the bars in the main street. Still, I like this place. It's comfy and, I don't know, makes me feel safe. Weird. I mean, I feel that way too, but this place usually gives off the opposite impression. Can't blame them though, this isn't exactly the best part of the city. That's a shame. I really like how isolated this place feels. You can't hear the sounds of the city in here. It's nice. Oh shoot. I did not mean to hold that down. But then again, you could say I have some experience with isolated places, so it might just be nostalgia. Nostalgia, huh? Speaking of coming in here. Now that I think about it, why didn't you ask for my ID when I first came in? Why didn't you do it if you were so suspicious? Well, firstly, I was bored. Figures. And second, I felt like you were of legal age. Hell. You've had a lot of kids come in thinking that they could get away with ordering a drink, but they're too nervous or jumpy. I don't usually give drinks to kids like that. They don't know what they're dealing with. What if they're not like that, but still underage? If they at least look like they're above legal age, I would be able to live with myself, I guess. I won't give them anything if I know that they're still kids, but hey, I'm bound to be fooled sometime. So I'm guessing I wasn't jumpy? Yep. I see. Hey Joe, now that you know that I can drink legally, can I get another one? What do you want? Maybe something sweet. I'm pretty sure in the main game we spoke about this engagement, like this talk. All the drinks that I'm giving her are ending up on the floor and coming out of my wallet. One sweet drink. Thanks. You know, if all drinks were like this, I'd be afraid of turning into an alcoholic. Please don't joke about that. How can you say that? You're a bartender. A bartender doesn't want her clients to become alcoholics. Just like how personal trainers don't want their trainees to turn into steroid junkies. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Still, this one's really nice. Hey Joe, do you drink? I suppose, yeah. It'd be weird for a bartender not to drink, you know? I don't know, I've met dentists with bad teeth. Bartenders who don't drink totally would make sense. That's silly. It'd be like a vegan chef running a BBQ restaurant. You think? Yeah, I mean, it's not a matter of whether you can eat or drink whatever it is that you're making. It's more like, why do it if you don't like it? Huh, yeah, I guess that's true. A dentist might have bad teeth, but he could still like working in dentistry. But why bother bartending if you don't like alcohol? See? Huh. Something wrong? I just noticed that you haven't said my name yet. I haven't... what? Aside from when you read my ID out loud, you haven't said my name. Meanwhile, I've called out yours like a gazillion times now. The wrong name, though. Well, I haven't actually had the need to say your name. Come on, humor me. Say my name. Why? Say my name. Say my name. Say my name. Anna. One more time. Anna? Yes, now one more time. Nana. It happened again. Do you have any glasses? And there's that feeling again. Did I see something glitch out in the past? Oh, come on. Why did you want me to say your name? I like hearing people call me by name. It feels personal and fuzzy. Yeah, but asking people to say your name like that is a bit... quirky? Creepy. I don't know about that. There is this certain somebody who would wake me up in the morning by saying my name. Your name is important. Once you know somebody's name, the gap between that person and you disappears. Once you give names to things, you start seeing them as important members of the family. So what if it's creepy? It's still nice. Stop calling me Joe and use my name then. Say, Anna, can I ask you something? You call me by name, so sure. About your arm. What about it? Oh yeah, I'm lacking one. Did saying the word creepy remind you of its absence? Actually, I've been wanting to ask about it since you came in. At least be uncomfortable for a second. I'm trying to get a rise out of you, sheesh. So, what is it? How did I lose it? If it's not too personal. It isn't. I'm actually proud of the tale. Eh, why? You're looking at a proud survivor of nanomachine rejection. Really? I thought that was something doctors detected while the fetus was still in the womb. Yes and no. There's actually two types of rejection syndrome. The first one is the most common. They usually detect it while you're still a fetus. That's when they turn you into a cat boomer. The other one can sometimes appear in your teenage years. It's incredibly rare, but it's still possible. So that arm... nanomachine rejection basically causes your body to attack itself. Tissues start ripping apart, your organs malfunction. I was lucky. In the end, all I lost was an arm and a handful of toes. Get it? A handful, because I lost 5. Ahem. Anyway. I have a prosthetic arm, but it's in maintenance right now. Ah, I see. It's a bit weird to be without it. I still feel like it's there. Just a couple of hours ago, I tried to grab something and I just stood there thinking that arm was doing something. But anyways, mind getting me another drink? I can keep talking about my stuff after that. Right. What do you want? Let's try something classy. It's weird being a bar and not asking for a fancy drink. Here? This looks expensive, alright. I'm starting to have second thoughts right now. Just drink it. I'm starting to feel dizzy. That's nice. It is? Of course, I spent so much time in hospitals and whatnot, but now I'm just living my life, you know? I want to feel the good and the bad. No more being forced to sit quietly in a quarantine room. Yeah, I can get that. Wait, quarantine? Type 2 nanomachine rejection patients are put in special chambers free from the nanomachine particles in the air. That prevents them from being assimilated and aggravating their whole situation. To be fair, not all of my memories of that chamber are bad. I mean, I did spend 3-4 years in one of those places. Really, that long? Well, I didn't go for the genetic level treatment, so it was longer, and a lot less expensive. I'm not gonna complain though. I'm alive thanks to all that. And I left with so many fond memories too. So that's what, you know, the whole feeling nostalgic in isolated places thing. Yeah. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Just dizzy. Hey Joe, if I ordered 2 drinks, would you be willing to share one with me? Come again? To be honest, talking about the treatment and all that made me feel a bit lonely. Sorry if it's not something that you can do, but I had to ask. It's not something I normally do, but what the hell, sure. Really? Yay. Alright then, I want a piano man and a piano woman. Two drinks. Which one do you want? Do you prefer the man or the woman? I'm fine with either, really. Okay, I'll pick the woman then. Cheers. Alright, this is getting weird. I said, cheers. Oh, cheers. Yeah. Are you okay? Yeah, I guess I'm fine. I'm just dizzy and sad. Sad? I miss Lynette. Lynette? Who? She and I were the only patients with nanomachine rejection syndrome in the hospital. We were together every day. When it was time to eat, she was there. During visiting hours, she was there. Whenever I slept, whenever I cried, whenever I laughed, she was always there. When I lost my arm, she told me I could have hers as a compensation, that I could use it however I wanted. What happened to her? Tokyo flu. Something went wrong with her immune system and the flu started kicking in. They tried to rush part of her treatment to reduce the symptoms, but it only made the nanomachines go wild. It eventually got to her brain and... I see. Sorry to hear that. The worst part is that if they'd left her as she'd been, I might have been able to spend an extra year or so with her. But all that work only got her killed sooner. I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye, she just vanished. That's tough. I miss her every day, you know? Consider extending stream duration today? I was going to. I feel like finishing Anna. I'm going to regret this in the morning, but yeah, I will. I say I want to forget it, but the truth is that I just want this pain to go away. It's been 2 years and I still feel the pain. Every second is just a second without her. It can get so lonely. Sorry, am I making you uncomfortable, Joe? You're not, don't worry. Still, sorry about that. We had so many plans about what we'd do after we left. We were so close to being together without the pesky nanomachine rejection, and it's not fair, you know? Why do I get to be here while she doesn't? I try to enjoy life as much as I can. Enjoy it for the both of us, but it doesn't seem enough. What do you think? What do I think? Well, I think about my grandpa. Your grandpa? He was a harsh guy, really sincere, but not one to mess with platitudes. It's not like he had a lot of enemies, but many people were cautious around him. But once he died, I never heard a single bad comment about him. Not even from those who used to badmouth him every now and then. Really? Well, the best thing about death is that after you die, all the wrongs you've ever committed feel meaningless. It makes you think about how petty some things can be. Yeah. On second thought, that doesn't have much to do with what you said, does it? What I'm trying to say here is, don't try so hard, just live, you know? Be grateful that you have the chance. I know what you're feeling right now, but you'll get better. Eventually, all you remember is the happy moments. I hope so. sounds like you and your grandpa were close. He was my best friend. Losing him was quite the blow. Do you have any regrets in regards to him? I guess not. I mean, it's not like I had a dramatic goodbye or anything like that. He died in a hospital bed while I was at home. But, I don't know. I never had a heated discussion with him, so I don't have that problem. Sure, there's always a bit of, I wish I could have told him this, but that's bound to happen, regardless of who you're talking about. Did you leave Lynette after a fight or something? No, of course not. Then you're luckier than most people. Oh. What I mean is, whenever you feel depressed, remember that she left your life while both of you were on good terms. Whenever you feel down, just try to hold on to that. Yeah, I can try that. That cheered me up a bit somehow. Thanks. Anytime. I should be leaving now. Thanks for such a lovely night, Joe. If you feel lonely again, just come back. I will. Well, that was an entertaining diversion. Ah, boss, what happened? I came to ask you that. Eh? You just spent an hour talking to yourself. No, I didn't. There's a girl called Anna here. There was nobody here. I was actually going to tell you that we're going to close for tonight, and there you were, chatting with the thin air. A spirited talk, too. That can't be. She paid for her drinks. The registry says that the money came from your account. But all the drinks that I served her... You mean the liquid that somebody who definitely is not going to be me has to clean up the floor? But Jill, you're worrying me. Are you okay? The last thing I need is another employee who talks to herself. Yeah, I'm fine, I just... Are you sure there wasn't anybody else here? I even checked the security cameras. You were here by yourself this whole time. Maybe you're tired. You probably were just sleep-talking really intensely or something. Yeah, maybe. Thank you for the hydrate. I just realized that is going to look so sus if I ever get hand tracking. Come on, I'll drive you home. Maybe you just need a rest. Yeah. What the hell just happened? Well, that, not gonna lie, that ended at a pretty perfect time. It's right when the stream would normally end. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. You want more of this game? So do I, honestly. Yeah, like, this game was really, really good. Like, I enjoyed every single moment I spent playing this game. If I had a singular complaint, it's that my voice gets worn out because of all the talking. But yes, have an absolutely wonderful night. I hope to see you again. I just realized that it happened again where I finished, like, 2 games concurrently. Yeah, I could squeeze a little bit more out of this game, I'm not sure if I will or not. Next stream will be on Monday, the game will probably be Majora's Mask. Next week, I don't know if I'm gonna play Valhalla again. If it's not Valhalla, I'll think of something else. In any case, I hope you have a wonderful night. I hope to see you again. Please rest well.